Also, yesterday I got a good chunk of the way through making my Book of Dust character. And
I'm muted. There we go. Hello, everyone.
And during where are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hi. Hello, everyone. Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Damn
Nick never told us we were live,
Date,
and we never got a go live notification.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think Nick got a go live notification.
Yeah, there's one in the live place.
So, a fair warning, chat. Today's episode of the Guild of Icons Adventures may be a little bit unhinged. I haven't eaten what I probably should have, which means things are going to be a lot more fun, and there might be lore inconsistencies or even internal inconsistencies within the session itself. It doesn't matter. If anything sounds wrong, it's because a wizard changed it.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have done a warning on this. Like, we could have just got away with this just being how it is, you know?
Yeah, this is what I just normally do. If anyone ever points out a lore inconsistency, I go, huh, that's strange, isn't it? As if I'd intended it and it's like part of the puzzle. You just do that every time.
Just with as much confidence as you can muster. Curious.
Yeah. Like at one point, I forgot that the moon was meant to be vanished in Nordmark, and they pointed out and went, yeah, it's back. Why is it back? I didn't know.
Why did they steal our moon in Nordmark?
Oh, the moon vanished. I made a joke and it became canon.
Damn,
That's so many things.
I can't believe Gru Minions is canon to...
We never got a solution to that. We never got a solution to that, so we don't actually know what happened to the moon.
Well, not yet.
I think it's quite obvious what happened. It's quite obvious what happened. Some kid in Korakii who really likes cheese ate it.
Yes.
The Nordmark folk really just don't like the Crimson Stain specials, and we're like, nope, not this year.
There we go. Yeah, Blue's right. The moon has been missing for over a year.
You know, hey, can you explain this inconsistency with the story that's just occurred? I mean, I could explain it, but do you know?
Yes, today is great. It's Nick's birthday, and Pixel is our GM. Take it away, Pixel.
I can't believe I always miss Nick's birthday.
You never get me a present. I noticed this.
I'm a bastard.
Me, on the other hand, I always give Nick a present, and that present is my presence.
It'd be better if you read the scripts I sent you.
Speaking of the scripts I sent you, you have run off to Trycon Tower, but does anybody want to tell me what happened last time for some juicy inspiration?
You know what? We have a brand new player who joined us last time.
We tried this last time, I think. It didn't pan out well, but we can give it another
shot.
Okay. Up to it.
But Ben was actually there last time, so...
Ben was there the time before as well.
Oh, yeah. I just gave a very Nimbus-focused recap. But I think, Nimbus was there for everything that happened in the last session. I'm trying to remember at what point we started. Were we still on the beach? I think we were still on the beach, right? We had a beach fight.
Yeah. And
then we went underground.
Well, we just finished Well, I think we were on like the last 2 rounds of beach fight.
Yeah. Was it... We fought an earth elemental, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And killed that without too much bother. And then we went down into some caves that the... rock monsters have been coming out of, right?
Yes.
And we ended up at some sort of underground tomb thing that had an aboleth in and some big magical prism kind of thing with runes on it. And the aboleth was turning you all into like water people or something. Actually, do you all still have that? You have like your gills and shit.
Yeah,
we're
getting that for 24 hours though.
In a day.
Okay, yeah.
It's dead now.
But in this day, you have to spend a period of time immersed in water or something, right?
Not yet. I think those symptoms happen later. Essentially, you have the physical traits of it, with all the unpleasantness of your skin being like some level of moist and scaly, but you don't yet need to be in water, so you're just gonna look weird for a day.
Yeah, you guys smell. I think you need a bath. But yeah, we killed the
weird. God damn it.
In Ultrari, you live in a tower with a strange man and consistently eat only cheese.
Yeah, I mean, you smelled in the first place.
I need those smells to be able to tell the future.
Well, your
anyway,
smells are going to be real weird now. But yeah, we killed the aboleth, and then we, the thing opened the container with the magical scroll. I think it was opened, and then fucking Morgan turns up, sends 3 of us off to some like other like consciousness, saw scary shit, and they froze one of us. I forget which one. Who saw them take the thing and then fuck off.
Didn't freeze Utri, who saw Morgan take the thing and fuck off. But yeah, that is a pretty good recap of what happened. Enjoy some inspiration. Let's hope you don't need it.
Yeah, because my inspiration thing is basically don't die. So if I get down to 0, then probably something bad's happening anyway.
Probably. And you can save it for that, but you can also spend it before it. But now the Trycons find themselves back at Trycon Tower after some hasty running to avoid the cult of Petrichor.
Hey, Felix, open up. Felix?
Knock, 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 knock. Utri keeps pounding on the door like louder and louder, louder and louder. Knock, 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 knock.
He helps out with a sort of a secondary beat, so it's like knock, 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 knock.
Felix has done it again.
You guys have a really long secret knock.
No, Felix likes to lock the door when I go because he likes to nap a lot. And
Wait, I know what to do here. If he tries to pick the lock off the door.
Okay. I presume that's a dexterity sleight of hand check.
Yep. So that's just going to be a +1.
I mean, technically it'd be thieving tools, not sleight of hand.
Thieving tools, yes. You do have an item that I think does this.
Oh wait, I do, don't I? Wish I had the rules for it still.
Do you have the rules for it still?
I mean, yeah, but there's somewhere in the chat that I forgot to pin them.
I'll bail you out of it this time.
Thank you, Pixel. Best GM.
Thank you, Pixel.
Yep. Users can use this in place of thieves' tools for any check that will require the benefit from them. While the stones is form is proficient. Okay, so I'm proficient. Right, and this is dexterity and thieves' tool proficiency, isn't it?
Yep. I think it's just Thieves' Tool proficiency. There's no adding dexterity.
Okay. That is a dirty 20 then.
Nice, but you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, and I thank you for it.
The door was already open.
So.
Oh, I forgot it's a pull.
You have to maintain. You have to maintain the talk. Check each pin one by one. And I don't know. It should be clicking. It's not clicking.
Sorry, Fee, I forgot. It's a pull door.
Oh.
Doors are different to mine.
The reason I forgot is when we're leaving, which we do more often than coming back, it's a push door.
Oh, wait. Don't we even come back the same amount of time, an even number of times?
We don't seem to. We seem to leave a lot more often than we come back.
Honestly, it seems like a real security issue. That means like the hinge is facing outwards and people could just take it apart.
I mean, you're gonna have to raise that with Fee's parents.
Yeah, it's also a lawsuit issue. You just open your door and then somebody walking by on the street just gets thunked in the head.
Yeah, no, but that makes it funny. Therefore, it's fine.
To be fair,
The bully can appreciate this
walking
aspect
behind
of
the
the
door.
plot.
See, back in the cave, we just had like one of those bead curtains that you walk through.
With bees?
Yeah,
My-
it gets like tangled in your fur.
See, my dad actually tried to have one of those a while back. Apparently, it's like a traditional elven thing, and like the strings of beads kept being tangled with each other. And one time, I choked myself trying to walk through them. It like caught on my neck. It was horrible.
Oh yeah, don't eat the beads. No.
No, I didn't eat them. Like they got tangled together, and when I walked through, they like wrapped around my neck where it got caught, where they got tangled.
Oh, it didn't get stuck in your throat. It got stuck around your. Okay, yeah, this makes sense.
Those beads didn't last long.
So we've learned today we shouldn't be eating curtains.
Valuable life lessons.
And after all
Otherwise,
that,
it'll
this-
be curtains for you.
if I could give you disinspiration for that.
Wait, question.
Yeah, so-
If you give Utri disinspiration, does that mean she gets a free nat 20?
no.
Oh yeah, because she gets it whenever she gets a natural one.
Yeah.
You'd have to roll a natural one, which you have 2 chances to do.
I mean, if disinspiration just makes me roll that one, then it immediately gives me proper inspiration after I use it.
So you're standing outside of Trycon Tower, talking about how you shouldn't eat beads, and that was the main takeaway of today.
Oh.
He is desperately trying not to think of what the main takeaway of today is.
Where do you reckon Morgan went?
That's a very good question. Are they like known for being a like planar traveler?
I've seen him do it before.
He does sort of disappear a lot, but I mean, we all just sort of assumed he, just hangs out somewhere else.
Where?
His means are mysterious.
Right. Like in a cave or something.
He just shrugs.
Inaltari, Fee, Utri, make me a perception check.
I was going to ask Pixel.
It's gonna go badly. I always.
Pixel.
Don't worry, this is an easy one.
Is
There's
this
no invisible
in any way
objects.
related to invisible doors?
No.
Invisible objects.
No.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Perception. Wisdom perception.
7.
14.
$21.
Roll a 28 somehow. Keep up the pattern.
Nimbus is still here.
Sorry, was I supposed to leave?
Where?
Perception check.
Wait. Where are your parents, Nimbus?
Oh, they're gone.
I mean, weren't you here for someone? Like, at the beach? Weren't you at the beach for someone?
Oh, I was counting the sand.
Right, but someone asked you to, right?
Oh yeah, the farmer. He told me to stay out as long as I was having fun, so that's why I'm still here.
Do you know how to get back to the farmer?
No, it's fine. I'll find it somehow.
Inultari, make me an insight check, and indeed anybody who wants to make an insight check against.
You know we don't have that many beds, right? Alright, insight.
What's a bed?
No.
I mean, they can. They can
I usually
get
just curl up on
back
like a rug or something.
I got a 10. An insight check.
We're rolling
9.
insight?
Sorry, wait, no,
Yep,
sorry.
that's me.
I also got a 10.
Okay, does this have anything to do with discerning the truth?
No.
Then just a 14. 214, stop rolling that.
Fee and Ultra, you don't notice anything in particular. Utri, you don't know how to explain it, and you don't even know why, but you didn't question why Nimbus has been accompanying you this entire time, and you don't think that they have, like, malicious intentions. You just... There's something about Nimbus that makes you think, like, even in spite of their, unusual appearance, this person is just vibes. It's like, yeah, of course they'd be with us. They're cool. We're cool. We're all cool with each other.
Oh, I'm supposed to be here.
They are very friend-shaped.
I guess we find a lot of discarded children here.
I'm not discarded.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. We're all waiting.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, my parents will be back eventually.
Oh, no, mine aren't coming back.
I'm hoping to
I have
become a
not
big
seen
and
my
powerful
parents.
wizard by the time I see him.
I
I've
mean,
not seen my parents since I last saw them.
Then I
This
don't need to be
morning.
afraid of them.
They gave me my lunch.
Wait,
Hey,
why are
man.
you afraid of your parents?
Oh, adults are scary.
Oh. Things are weird on the material plane.
Huh? What plane are you from?
Oh, this one.
But this is the material plane.
Yeah, and it's weird.
I guess?
They aren't wrong.
Illutrari, make me an intelligence history check.
It's not about the planes, is it?
No.
I thought it was worth asking given the conversation's topic. That is...
I'd argue that almost every single history check is about the planes, because at least one of them is going to be about the material plane.
Oh, and it's not about legends, is it? It's a
Yep.
14 if it's not about legends.
It's not about legends.
Okay, 14.
Yeah, no, as you're talking about it, you search your memory. You can't remember much about your early childhood, to be honest. It's very just generic memories, like textbook from a story, basically, like just reading about a general person's life. You try to remember the faces of your parents. You think that last you saw them was when you were about 5 or 6 years old, but still kind of just a silhouette contrasted against the sunset as you watch them leave.
Inultrari's dad had to leave to go get a gallon of rum.
Oh, I mean, Inotari was canonically abandoned in Korakii. That's basically what happened.
What does an Ultrari look like while this is happening?
A baby.
I mean, in the present.
He's mostly made peace. If anything, he's angry about it. Like, yeah, he's got a frown on his face. When he said he wanted to be big and strong, it wasn't because he was frightened of them. It's because he wants to punish them for it.
Hey, Utri, you okay? You look like when once you came back and you said Utri stole your cheese.
I'm alright. I was just thinking about. It doesn't matter.
Did I steal his cheese?
Yes,
Yeah,
several
cheese.
times.
I mean, like, think back to think if this was actually something she did.
You're actively eating a handful of cheese right now.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? My dad says talking about your feelings is badass.
I'm okay, but thank you for the offer.
Suddenly you hear a voice beside you. It's like, why are you standing here with the door open?
Is it
Like
something?
nice
She looks
breeze,
at the
don't
door.
And it's Felix.
Oh, okay. I was double checking it wasn't some random passersby just being nosy. Oh,
I mean, some passersby have been looking on, just like questioning why you're taking so long to walk into presumably your home.
hi Felix, we're back from the beach. We went there with Capulet, and where's Capulet?
And I'll try. We left before Capulet. We explicitly made sure Capulet didn't follow us.
Flashback to Capulet, like, is buried up to her head in the sand, forced to watch like a Punch and Judy show, and actually enjoy her time for a bit in the beach.
This is not the Guild of
Probably blames
Fanfiction.
me for it.
I'm assuming Scritch did it or someone else.
Well, last you remember, Capulet, Pisces, and Saw Snapdragon went off to the opposite end of the beach to protect it against the Rockborn.
Oh, that's right.
And then we had to jump in the hole very quickly because we heard them approaching.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we went in a hole, and this is Nimbus. You know Nimbus, right? Nimbus. This is Felix. Felix is like my teacher.
Oh, Mr. Felix.
Kid, why would I know this person?
Well, everyone knows Nimbus.
Felix, Nimbus has been coming to the tower for like a year now.
I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I know you think that
Have you actually taught in Ultrari anything?
I know you think that I sleep all day, but that kid has not been here ever before.
What are you
I
talking
know.
about? It's Nimbus.
I've never been here, but I'm supposed to be here.
I'm sorry, we're just trying to mess with you.
No, the prophecy says this is part of it, right?
Yeah. Wait. What?
If you want to mess with me, try a little harder next time.
Okay, we'll do.
The prophecy says we have to mess with Felix.
I don't think it says that, but
Hey, can you
Yeah.
teach me alter self next? I found it in a book, but I don't fully understand it. But I reckon I could use it to go and buy alcohol.
Okay. Here's your lesson. All of you, look towards my direction. Now take 10 paces.
towards
Okay.
you.
Okay, and as you all do that, Felix closes the door. You've altered yourself to be inside.
Oh, that's good. It's a good one.
Felix,
Wouldn't
that's
that be
not really a
teleportation,
spell.
not? Yeah, I think it's
it's-
teleportation, isn't it?
It's a very powerful spell. It's called Keeping the Heat In.
Felix, you don't even pay for the heating here.
You have heating?
No.
I mean, kind of. They have like a chandelier and like a fireplace.
Yeah, we've been burning furniture for the last like year or so.
Why are you burning?
Why would you do that? You have magic. You can make fire.
I don't have any money.
I have been bringing you bundles of wood every time I come over because you said we need more wood for burning. What have you been doing with them?
There's like a room at the top of the tower. They're all like
you on
stacked up.
I helped an Utri build a replacement sofa. It's just a pile of wood, though.
So you've been burning all of the furniture, and you've been bringing firewood, and you've been stacking the firewood to build furniture.
Yeah, we used it to make a seat over there. That we're using that bundle and several other bundles as a table, and chairs. Look.
You know, maybe Felix hasn't been teaching you spells because the room has become eminently more flammable.
We've done pretty well, I think, at covering them with like rugs and stuff to make them look like real furniture. But yeah,
Nimbus is curled up on like a wooden shaylong, and it's like, oh, it's actually quite comfy.
Yeah, we did really well.
It's better than a cave floor.
So Felix looks to you and just like, right, well, if you just went in a hole and that's the end of it, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Oh, that wasn't the end.
Well, we kind of got diseased. Can't you see my skin is all scaly?
Oh yeah, those guys did. Yeah.
I mean, you've always looked kind of weird.
Wow.
He shrugs.
He just
That
goes.
was uncalled for, Felix.
Anyway, Morgan stole an artifact of some sort from an aboleth thing.
Make me an wisdom insight check, all of you.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, am I attempting to discern the truth about something? Or specifically, am I trying to discern what somebody is saying is the truth? I think that's what this is trying to mean.
Not right
I
now.
rolled an 8.
Is this sensing motives?
I got a 5.
I would say this
I got a 12.
vaguely falls under sensing motives.
Cool.
Vaguely.
I got a 21.
Do we really need to roll to know that Felix doesn't care?
I mean, in Ultrari, Utri, Fee, you would guess that Felix doesn't care because he's just has that type of attitude, and you've come to know him pretty well. You know what to expect of him. Nimbus, it's subtle, but you've noticed that Felix's demeanor has changed a bit.
From when I last saw him, last time I was here.
No, not last time you were here, but just like, maybe it's because you are so new to this dynamic. But like you've noticed, just like he's kind of like stopped scratching his stomach, which he seemed to be doing somewhat perpetually. His eyes have kind of locked on to you a bit, and not just because of the way you look in comparison to other children your age. He isn't really yawning or sighing or making some kind of noise of halfway between lethargy and malaise.
Yeah, this is serious, right? You've got like a serious face on, I can tell.
He doesn't really say anything to you. He walks to the back of the room where there is a couch, one that he refused to let you burn because it is the one that he sleeps on the most. The only one left with cushions. He pulls something out from the cushions in the couch. It is a spell book. In Ultrari, you know that this is Felix's own spell book.
Oh, that one has cushions.
He starts flicking through it. He rips a page out of it. He throws the book back onto the couch, and then he walks to you in Ultrare. He's like, give me your book.
Okay. Are you gonna rip a page out of it?
Yep.
Felix always this serious.
No, usually just hungry. Have you eaten, Felix?
Yes, I've eaten. Book, now.
Okay. I hand over the book.
Wait, did Felix eat a Felix? Or did he eat a book?
Takes the book from you, and he moves to a nearby table, and he opens it up. He opens up the very back of it, and then he places the page that he tore from his own spell book against it, and gets a thread and starts very delicately sewing the page into your book.
I didn't know you could do that.
V turns to Nimbus and says,
Sorry,
I think wizards need to eat books to restore their power.
More fee take on the different classes of mage.
the books are parchment, not paper, so you have to sew them.
The books are sewed anyway.
He finishes, and then he starts handing you the book in Ultrari with his finger on that page. He's like, if anything weird happens to you, you cast this spell. Okay?
Okay, what
What's he do?
Make me an intelligence arcana check.
Hell yeah.
He does care.
All right. Actually, that's pretty good. An 18.
This is... You've seen bits and pieces of this spell before. This is the Remove Curse spell.
Ooh.
Which has been added to your repertoire.
Ooh.
Should we try it out?
I don't have any magical power left. And I need to prepare it. It'll take a while, okay?
Alright. And then we'll try it out.
Yeah, in like 8 hours or so.
Wait, when do we need to get cursed to try it out, though? Where can we find a curse?
Look at your... My skin!
Wait, is that a curse or is that disease?
Yep, I mean...
It's a disease.
What my parents told me about first aid, I think it's a disease.
Your first aid covers diseases. Nice.
Oh, yeah, you know, you have to... If you're sick and you have a rash, you have to keep changing the bandage and stuff.
Yeah, but a rash isn't...
It's a bit of a disease.
Okay, but like you have to be very sure to keep your four humors in check, otherwise the disease will get worse. This is common knowledge.
The laughing
They won't let
disease.
me they won't let me have a leech in my first aid kit. They say it's too... I'm not ready to take care of it.
You hear...
Oh, leeches are
weird.
easy to find though. Leeches are everywhere.
It's
You
weird,
hear an
though, 'cause
increasing
I'm-
amount of clicking next to you, interrupting the conversation.
Oh, hello.
It's just like... Okay, you said that kid showed up. Do you know what he took?
It was a scroll. Utri, you saw it, right?
It was like a... Yeah, it was like a piece of parchment of some kind. Unfortunately, before the aboleth was taken care of, it was behind like some magical field. We couldn't get a clear look at it.
That there was an aboleth was strange enough.
Was being
What?
the operative word.
What did the thing look like? Not the
An
aboleth.
aboleth.
I know what an aboleth is supposed to look like.
Well, there was like symbols, right? Around it. And they were like the symbols of your gods and stuff.
I think they're
Is that-
everyone's gods.
How closely
Yeah.
did Nimbus and Inaltrare look at the symbols?
They did a whole investigation check about them.
Yeah, we do.
So I would say that you both are able to draw them from memory.
I'll start sketching it.
Yeah, like that.
Has it been?
And there were
10
different
minutes,
colours
by the
as
way?
well.
It has been 10 minutes.
In that case, can Fee sort of tell in any way why Felix is suddenly more serious than usual via read the room?
Right, well, read the room will tell you that Felix is more serious than usual. You're not going to be able to discern exactly why he's more serious than usual.
I do get surface thoughts.
His surface thoughts are protect the kid and
he does
figure
care.
out what's going on. Like, he's trying to get more information.
By the kid, you mean Morgan, right?
In all.
Oh, okay.
And you can sense Fee, to a lesser extent, the rest of you.
Okay, what's everyone else thinking?
I don't know, they'd have to tell you. What is everyone else thinking? Surface level thoughts.
I'm hungry.
Utri is really thinking about using like her dagger while Felix is doing this to like cut halfway through the couch's legs, so next time he lays down it breaks.
Okay.
The
Nimbus.
Nimbus
Surface
is,
level thoughts.
in his mind, rearranging the runes that he saw on that thing into funny shapes.
Fee pulls out a small paper bag, pulls out, and there's basically 2 sandwiches. One of them is their favourite, the other's a cheese sandwich, which she offers to an Ultrari.
Aww.
Aw. Thank you, Fee.
So Inultrari probably takes that as he hands the sheet with the symbols to Felix. And Felix looks over it. He's like,
You know, if you arrange them in a certain way, you can make a couch.
no, they don't make a couch. I don't know what they do make.
4-post bed.
I mean, if you arrange the symbols in a funny order, it kind of looks like a giant chicken.
I
Oh,
don't-
that's good. I like that.
Don't care about chickens. I don't care about couches. Look,
Maybe you should. It's found.
Maybe it's a clue. Maybe the clue is a giant chicken.
no, there's a clue out there. It's not a giant chicken. You need to look around. You need to find out more about whatever it is that was talking.
Okay. I have a very important question first. Can we do this tomorrow? We're kind of tired.
I'm sleepy.
Okay.
Could use a rest.
Fine, tomorrow.
Hooray, long rest.
You all go back to your respective places of sleeping and then come back the next day and stand in the exact same positions.
Wait, before Fee walks off, they sort of turn to Felix and say, Felix, weird question. You ever been in a situation where you've got 2 friends who don't seem to be getting along and you think one of them might actually be evil?
I haven't really had friends in a few years. I've had wizards that I've been hunting for a really long time.
Wait, you hunt wizards?
We're all hunting
Yeah.
wizards, Fee.
Yes, he hunts wizards. It's why he came to Aetos why he came to Korakii in the first place.
Is that why you care so much about Inultrari? You're hunting him.
No, not like a talentation. Like I killed them.
You're gonna kill Inultrari?
But no,
Huh?
I get behind
I
Fee.
killed bad wizards.
Oh, he's not
You
that
know-
bad.
No, not skill, but jeez.
He
that's
killed
why. Is that
evil
why?
wizards.
Is that why my parents invited you around for dinner? They didn't like wizards either.
Huh?
Just go home, sleep.
Again?
I mean,
No, this is
they
before.
don't like wizards. They just don't like wizard towers. Apparently, it's bad architecture.
I can't believe
This
Pilch and Mildred secretly hate me.
No, they don't hate you. I'm sorry, they don't hate you.
This conversation was an immediate interrupt on the going home to sleep from Fee.
Yeah, we go, we take our long rest. Those of us who need to submerge ourselves in water. I'm sure Fee is going to be grounded for coming back a fish person.
Fee is not grounded, but is in trouble.
If Fee was getting grounded, they'd be a bird person.
Yes, when you all wake up from your slumber, you do notice that scales are starting to fall off of you.
Oh, you lot are shedding. I do that with my fur sometimes. Nimbus has not moved from the spot that he was at before.
He's just
Okay.
been all
Not
night
move.
standing over.
Have you slept, though?
No, they don't sleep. They just meditate for 4 hours a day, and that's it. And he's done that standing up.
Okay. So Nimbus kind of has just been standing there like a mannequin.
Yep.
Felix presumably hasn't slept.
The whole,
Felix has been trying to rest on that couch.
with the whole increasingly sunken eyes and nose thing, it's looked very creepy.
So Felix also now has sunken eyes.
No, not nearly as sunken as Nimbus's.
I mean, you can't get more sunken than Nimbus's.
Yes, but they still don't give you dark vision. Yeah, no, you all go back to the exact places that you were standing before Felix said that you need to find out more, and then Felix stands back in the place he was standing and says, okay, look, you need to go out and find out more about what it is that he took.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is an empty room with a bunch of symbols and walls full of books. We'll never find anything.
He hands you the page that Inotori handed him yesterday. There's like, symbols. You have the symbols.
Okay, yeah, let us just walk into every single church in the city. Maybe we'll find these symbols that represent all of our gods.
Okay, look, there are things that I can't tell you, but this is actually kind of important. Okay?
What can't you tell us?
Things I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I
I
can't.
think you'd tell us.
Look, you go research out there. I'll research in here. And then he walks to the couch and he sits down.
Can you not tell us because you don't know? Or you don't want us to know?
He's snoring.
He does that
He's
a
out.
lot.
You know,
Yeah, he
most-
did it most of the night. I heard it.
You know, sometimes I think he's like faking it just so we start leaving, because he knows.
You know,
we can
occasionally he
just
gets into a really good meditation rhythm. It's quite comforting, actually.
Utri, make me an wisdom insight check.
This isn't something like she's discerned. It's something she just kind of believes.
Oh, it is discerning the truth.
That's what I want to see. What insight?
Wisdom insight.
That's less good, but I get a free D4 out of it. Sweet, a 19.
Felix is genuinely asleep.
Okay, I guess we're going to go hunt down some of the most common symbols in all of Aetos.
Everyone make me a religion check. Intelligence religion.
This is going to be -2 for me.
Okay, these.
One for me. Ooh, 16.
8.
16 and
22. Is this related to prophecy by any chance?
22. Nope.
-1.
-1. Okay, so Utri, you heard the word like gods and symbols, and you've just presumed like, okay, gods, symbols, those are everywhere. Like, obviously, this is gonna be like needle in a haystack. Fee, you know that none of the symbols on that page were anything that you or your family associate with Fontaine. In Altrare, you know that you haven't really seen any of the symbols on this page at all. You presume, due to the situation that you found the aboleth in and the vision that you saw, and the fact that there are 8 of them, that they are symbols of the gods, but you have never seen a single one of them in association with any of those gods' religions or sects.
Hey, You know, it's kind of weird. I don't think I... Huh. And
Do you
I'm sure I
reckon-
was just going to, like, flip between saying that while staring at the symbols for 5 minutes. Probably 5 minutes.
Do
Yeah,
you reckon they
I mean-
might be like some sort of ancient alphabet or something? Like, because it was a really, really, really old place down there.
No, it was an aboleth.
It was back when people were too poor, they could only afford 8 letters in an alphabet.
Could they be like ancient symbols for gods, or?
You know, it's like simpler times back then, right?
You know,
Wait.
there are only 8 sounds.
Wait, I just thought
Yeah.
maybe since the place we found the aboleth was in the library, maybe we need to look in the library. It will be.
Have you got a library?
Adventure, full of peril.
Oh, everyone's got a library. It's
I
also
don't.
it's also explicitly illegal to go down there.
Oh, let's go.
What are they going to do? Arrest us?
Okay,
Yeah.
me checking in. Just me, the GM, checking in. Does Nimbus know the meaning of the word illegal?
Sounds exciting.
It means a sick bird, doesn't it?
Oh, God.
Okay, so Nimbus is gung-ho about committing a crime because it sounds fun.
I mean, isn't everyone?
Wait, is this library going to be the same as that last one we were in? Because that had an aboleth.
Oh no, we're talking about like the library, the dimensional plane that exists below Aetos.
Oh, it's another plane. Yeah, let's go there.
Also, Fee, make me a distinct wisdom religion check.
Okay, wisdom religion.
Because you
Still
go
might
to
get +2.
school.
Nerd.
21.
You have heard the term aboleth before.
I've
It
heard
was-
the term aboleth before.
Kind of on a course going over some ancient history and creatures from bygone eras. At least the people who taught you were very much under the very confident impression that the aboleths were extinct.
I was told in school that aboleths were completely extinct.
Oh, it doesn't sound like a very good school. Because that one was still there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're supposed to be extinct on our plane, but like they exist in multiple planes. They could have come from elsewhere.
I think I only got a B+ on one test because I forgot that they were extinct. So maybe I should get an A now.
Oh, I could recite like tons of stories of like brave elven heroes fighting aboleths. I have at least 2.
You don't
my
need to hear
parents told
those.
me that. Yeah, my parents told me that school's for other kids because the schools teach you what they want you to learn. So, I mean, your school maybe didn't tell you everything. But like, if these things can travel through planes, then
Wait,
they could be everywhere.
Do you mean my school might be siding with the aboleths?
I don't know about that. But also, wait, if aboleths travel through planes, Morgan was traveling presumably through something. Maybe.
Do you think Morgan's an aboleth?
Maybe like he's got something to do with him.
Wait,
Fee,
what if he's teachers in aboleth?
Fee, make me the history intelligence check.
The conspiracy goes so deep.
Okay, is this anything to do with the arts?
No.
Okay, in that case, this is going to be +1 because I'm proficient, but I have -1 to intelligence. So -2 to intelligence. 12. Oh, sorry, 14 +1.
I mean, now that you think about it, in the school that you go to, you have noticed that a lot of the kids tend to be very, like, moist and awkward. And that happened to you yesterday.
This means I go to a school with a cool conspiracy in it that I must
That's what you-
uncover.
Do you go
That's
to
what
a fish school?
I don't
That's what you
so.
think. In reality, he just goes to a school with teenagers. Yeah, so Felix is asleep. You are standing in Trycon Tower.
Okay,
So-
he's going to make a point of leaving last, so Utri doesn't get a chance to saw the legs off the couch.
So, you guys got anything cool in here?
We got a lot of great cheese.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
really,
okay.
Anything about
Cheese?
stealing in here?
it's really good cheese.
Can I have some of that?
Ask Felix. Felix is the one who gives it to me.
He's sleeping.
He's been giving you my cheese.
He said take as much as you want.
Is Utri telling the truth?
Utri is in fact telling the truth.
One spell slot left.
I mean, you just
Might
had
be
a long rest. You should have all your spell slots.
Oh yeah, I need to update that quick.
Might be stretching the truth somewhat. As in, like Felix said, take as much as you want the first time Utri visited the tower.
I don't hear a time limit on that statement.
Neither did Utri. But yeah, if I was to take a guess, we have 2 real options. 1, we could break into the library. Or 2, we could break into the Church of Morian, find nothing, and then break into the library.
Or 3, we
What's the
break into
Church of
Fee
Morian?
school.
Yeah.
Which one's the easiest to break into?
Get to the bottom of this conspiracy, and then break into the library.
If I was to take a guess, probably the Church of Morian. Like, people are going in and out of there all day. They'll never see us coming.
And it did also sound like there was no point in doing that, though.
Meanwhile, I have a troubled history with. I'm sorry. Sorry, what were you saying, Bree?
To be fair, I think my school's closed right now, so maybe it would be harder to get in than the Church of Morian, because you're actually allowed to go in there. Just like
Wait.
the street.
Wait, isn't the school? Aren't the schools in Korakii part of the Church of Morian?
Oh yeah. it goes all the way down.
I completely forgotten about that. That the Church of Morian runs Korakii schools.
It's also the weekend.
Oh yeah, no. We can't go to school on the week. Also, like, I don't think it's a good idea if I go near the school. I have a history with quite a few of the kids there.
It's more illegal to go to school on the weekend than it is to go into the library.
Oh, Mum was right. The big city is confusing.
Would we know if there is a way to sneak into the school on the weekend?
I'm going to say you don't even need to roll to know that you could probably climb over the fence if you really wanted to.
Pixel's sort of hinting we shouldn't do that. I think we should do it.
No, I think we should be nice to the GM.
Yeah.
Generally, children are trying to get out of the school.
I've never been to school.
Me neither.
But no, so I suppose our biggest issue is, like, a while back they ended up setting up a military blockade in the library to stop people from entering Korakii through the library, specifically the people of Korakii. So my question is, how do we get through the military blockade?
Yeah, I mean, it was set up by Ao Dunwich. It can't be that great.
Sorry, military blockade?
Oh yeah, see, the library itself connects everywhere in Aetos. So if you want to get somewhere and you have some way of navigating the library, you can get anywhere in the world just by going through the library.
Yeah.
And the military's blocking this off?
Well,
yeah,
that
so
seems
mean.
Yeah, it's so the people of Korakii can't get to Korakii and do bad things to us.
Nibis, make me an intelligence history check.
Do we have to teach Nibis about the concept of war?
Full fifth
18.
Nibis, you did hear around the time that you were 5 and cognizant enough to take on the knowledge that there was something called a civil war that had just wrapped up in Korakii.
Utri could still vividly remember the violence.
Wait, did you... What?
I mean, Utri remembers it particularly well because it is the rebuilding after that war that keeps her father so busy.
Were you involved in the war, Utri?
Well, no, but the war took place on the streets of both cities. Everyone who was alive then was there for it.
Right.
I mean, Fee would have been 3 years old at the time.
Also in the sewer.
Yeah.
Utri would have been 5 at the time, which is just old enough to actually start remembering things about that time.
So you're all children of war. This explains a lot.
Try is 10, I think.
I'm children of dwarves.
The only war I was involved in is the constant war against poor sanitation.
Also, I'm realizing that at some point Fee may have to explain to Nimbus that they're not green because they live in a sewer. There's a different reason.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think we could go through the main entrance of the library, so...
Well, you said there's entrances everywhere, right?
Yeah, but the issue is outside of the stable ones in the cities, they're not exactly easy to find, nor do they stay still. They like moving.
Do you need a horse? Because there are horses outside the city if we need to go to a stable.
We need a guide.
I don't think horses are going to be helpful in the library.
I've had an idea. What if we were to construct a model horse and hide within it? and then leave it as a gift for the military blockade.
Do they like horses?
I don't know.
And in the middle of the night, we all break out of the horse and we draw funny things on their faces while they sleep. It's perfect.
In Ultra Fi Utri, you know that the nearest entrance to the library is in the same district that you're currently in, the Gold District.
Yeah, but that's the one, if I'm right, that has the military blockade that we're trying to avoid.
I'm sure we can get past them. We can distract them or teleport.
Are there any like back doors?
Oh, like I said, all over the place. The big issue is that they just don't stay still.
Oh, well, we just find one and chase it down until we can get in.
Yeah, or we could try and sneak past the guards somehow.
Maybe one of the new wizards that moved in on Silver Street has, like, a solution. Maybe we could bribe a wizard.
Oh, like acid.
No, bribe, not torture.
Oh, you said a solution.
Wait, I just realised. I forgot. Sorry, out of character. I literally thought of something, then forgot it.
Fee chimes in and holds their finger up, and everyone looks to them, and they're like, no.
Wait, how do you know I had my finger held up, Pixel?
I'm sorry, Bree. We know you too well.
I think we can probably break in. I can blink in. So can Nimbus.
I can.
And then we just need a distraction for Utri.
I don't know, last time I used Blink, it didn't send me anywhere at all.
Just do it right.
Not once during that entire battle.
And honestly, you probably wouldn't want to blink. You'd probably want something like a Misty Step, which I also can't do.
Wait, what's here? I mean, we've met Aetos Witch once. Maybe if we find her and ask her, she'll let us in.
You know,
I've got
I
a
think
list from my parents.
I think I have a solution.
We can just say it was first sewer maintenance.
Says Aetos Witch.
No, Utri has a solution. See, Utri's father is very much a Dupree supporter. And so he is very untrusting of Aetos Dunwich. And he knows that there's like this old bar that she likes to frequent, and Utri was told never to go to this bar because unscrupulous people go to this bar. What if we went to that bar and we asked one of the people there to help us out? We might even find Aetos Dunwich.
I think that makes sense.
Is this bar safe?
Is this about the Bloody Rose?
No, this is I forget its name. It's the bar that T-Bolt owns.
I forget the name of the bar as well, but I know the one.
Yeah.
I've never been at a bar.
And I know that somebody here has played T-Bolt before, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I wasn't given the notes on, like, his property ownings.
Yeah, T-Bolt is somebody Ao knows from her unscrupulous past. He was her main contact for, like, thieving jobs and things like that. He is the most well-connected man in the city, save for the spy master.
Which actually raised the question of what he was doing in the Bloody Rose in that session.
It's where we went to at the end of Guild of Icons to all have drinks during that final episode.
Yep.
I mean, the most true thing about this campaign to life is that criminals keep getting elected.
Gargoyle got robbed as a hazing.
He sure did.
Yep.
There was something called greasing.
But yeah,
What's the entrance to the library like? Like, apart from the military blockade, like...
From what I could tell, it's like a large, like, round building, and then you go down a bunch of stairs, and then you're in the here in the library.
So is the blockade all the way around this round building, or is it just like the front door?
I mean, it's like around the building, but it's also like in the blockade. They have like a like setup in the blockade.
Oh, so it's like in a military camp.
But yeah, but my solution is if we want to get into somewhere we're not supposed to go, we need to first go somewhere else we're not supposed to go and get help.
I think that makes sense.
There's lots of places we're not supposed to go.
So I'm sorry, Pixel. You're probably going to have to pull your best T-bolt again.
That's what you think. Okay, you make your way to a bar, I guess.
Yep, it's an unscrupulous bar with a bunch of shady characters and people who will rob you.
It's an unscrupulous bar with a bunch of shady characters and people who rob you. And as you reach the entrance,
it's also the headquarters of the union of criminals.
You see an adult male human who is rather tall and strong, and he looks down at you and says, "No, we don't serve minors. We don't serve children either."
He already.
Yeah, I was going to say that we're not minors. Gotcha.
We don't want service either, to be honest.
We were
go somewhere else.
we were told we need to talk to somebody here about breaking into a place.
How much money's in it?
About 200 gold.
Who told you?
A contact of ours, which we're not allowed to disclose.
Well,
it's professional courtesy.
Well, in terms of closing things, these doors remain closed until I have a good enough reason to let you in.
Well, we were sent here by I look him down. I whisper over to, or I cast a message to Utri. Quickly, the old job poster you said you had from like the Guild of Icons. Pull it out quickly.
Oh, yeah. This one from I hand it over to Utri, just stumbling over my words.
See, we have a paper with an official seal from Miss Dunwich, I think her name was.
He reaches into a satchel on his hip and then menacingly pulls out some reading glasses, which he fixes to his face. They're the type with the very small.
Oh no, I have it rolled up. It's just he can only see the parchment and the official seal.
Are these like pince nez then, or are they just like really small reading glasses?
They're really small reading glasses.
Hey, we can't have you taking our mark now, can we?
Yes.
We're young. We're not fools.
Well, I'm not sure if you could find your mark here. Can't see it.
I mean, it's the seal that you're supposed to be looking at.
I can see the seal.
Look. Oh, I also forgot we were told that we need to also give this to the doorman to show we come in good faith, and I hold up a leather satchel with 30 gold.
He leans down to you very intimidatingly, and he says, save your time in the future. You should have led with that.
Yeah, probably. We were hoping we could just like doing things officially would be enough.
He takes the pouch out of your hands and he
Minus 30 gold.
jiggles it up and down. Here's the 30 gold. And then he puts it into a satchel along with his reading glasses. And he steps aside, opening the door for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now everyone stay close.
Fee pulls down their hood and starts making their cape of billowing below. They're very excited about this.
When Utri says stay close, Nimbus is literally like butting up against them.
Ow. Nimbus,
It's close enough.
look badass.
Okay, and Utri's
Do you want
going
me to get under your cape?
Utri's going to walk through this very creepy building with rickety floorboards and everyone watching them closely. She'll walk up to the bar where the bartender is and goes, "I hear you're the person to talk to about breaking into places."
I knew I should have gotten Felix to teach me all the self so that I could buy alcohol.
Okay, just from my memory, is the bartender T-Bolt?
Yes.
I suppose it depends on the pay, honestly.
Okay, so we're not exactly breaking in to get anything valuable, but I can pay up front for the help.
Well, then I suppose it depends on the amount of trouble that it would cause me.
We need to get into the library.
Do you need any books?
None that I can think of, but if you find anything interesting and you want to donate it, I wouldn't be opposed.
Yeah, we need to get into the library, and as you could guess, it's probably hard for us to get to just walk through a military blockade.
Yeah, it's not as simple as getting past my doorman, if that's any indication. How much did you give him?
Oh, 30 gold.
I should probably pay him more.
A good bribe gets people anywhere.
Well, yes, that's the problem. That's not a very good bribe for a doorman. Not for allowing all four of you in.
30 gold, that's like 3 months of work.
We're very convincing.
Yes, and my business is very lucrative. Quite
How
frankly
much is
embarrassing.
that
I should probably fire him.
Look, regardless, we need help, and I was told that you are the unscrupulous people to talk to. Well, this unscrupulous people to avoid. But if we're trying to do that, means we should be talking to you.
Am I above working with children? Never work with children and animals. That's the rules of crime.
But you work with politicians.
I suppose so.
Also, you work with politicians who, like, up until 2 years ago, was herself a child.
Politicians tend
How
to...
do you know this?
I'm sorry to say, but like, the 19-year-old Low Marshal is not exactly a secret.
Okay.
She's not that much older than Utri is.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but do people literally know that she's 19 years old?
She certainly looks it.
Oh, damn, she's going to be 69 years old at the time of the Guild of Icons 2.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
No, I
While all this is
suppose
going on, Fee's looking around at all the cool rogues.
I suppose I do work with politicians, but of course, politicians have lots of money and power. They can pay back in many ways. Children tend not to have too much, not to discredit the amount you're given for your allowance or whatever, but...
Yes, but we will do. We're children, so we've got the potential to be the richest, most powerful people in the world. That's what my mum and dad used to say.
We also have money.
And the power of the shadows.
In what
And money.
league do you have money?
What would it cost?
It's a blockade.
we're
Leading
not
you
looking-
through it would be exceedingly expensive. I could do a distraction.
I mean,
Might be
it doesn't
cheaper.
have to be the blockade if you know how to get through one of the many moving back entrances.
Unfortunately, not keeping tabs on that right now.
Who is?
Yeah, maybe we should talk to them instead.
I don't think anybody's got any stake on that currently. I could either lead you through, or for cheaper, I could do a distraction. I will tell you, my distractions are quite good. I don't flub people on price.
I just need to know what that price is.
Let's see. So, for blockade, I can't guarantee that everyone will come running, after all, but most of them should vacate with a well-placed sound of an explosion for... Oh. Getting into crime so young, you've won over some of my heart. How about 50 gold?
Okay.
Utri is going to reach into her bag and pull out a pink gem. Will this cover it?
He reaches into his pocket and takes out...
It is not a magical one, but it is a somewhat sizable pink gem.
One of those... I don't know the name for them, but the miniature kind of like telescopes for inspecting gems.
Diamond
Jeweler's
thingy,
glass is the name.
A jeweler's glass. He takes out a jeweler's glass, which he always has on hand, and looks it over, kind of inspecting it like Cole Phelps from LA Noire at multiple different angles.
Yeah. Is he just holding it up in his hand and just turning his hand around in a kind of a robotic way?
There's a weird
Yeah.
sound occasionally at various points. Like,
Yeah, he turns it in just the right way, and they're like, doodle-doo-doo.
Nimbus is also getting their face very close to it.
Your subscription to WinRAR has expired.
Yes, I think I know someone who'd buy this for just that amount, maybe a bit more if I can put a good spin on it. Okay. You should get moving to be within range of the library entrance. I will alert a contact of mine, and very shortly after you arrive, you should have your signal. A pleasure doing business with you.
Wait, what's
I
the
would usually give you a card, but I presume that whatever guardianship you have might monitor your room. I'm not going to leave that kind of loose end.
Oh no, they live in like a tower. They have no like real guardian.
Okay, then
we don't need a
for
card.
you.
We know where you are anyway.
I'm a
He gives
wizard.
you a card. And I'll try.
Okay, I'll take the card.
Congratulations, Inulchara. You have ties to the underworld.
I'll put it in the cheese pocket.
Oh, it's gonna get all cheesy.
He looks to you, Nimbus, and is like, the card is for easier entry in. Well, run
What's
along
the signal
now.
then?
Oh, you'll know the signal. It will happen when just about almost every guard in the place decides to start running in a very specific direction.
Okay.
Okay. Mission successful. Now we just got to get to the library.
Do we actually
which
know where this entrance is?
you know that
Yes.
it's in the
Gold District.
Yeah, it's the one near the tower, right?
It's near enough. Districts in Korakii are quite big. Like, the tower's in the same district, but it's not, like, right next to the library entrance.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of perspective, the city is like the whole world to Nimbus. So a district is like tiny in comparison.
Right, well, you are able to reach where the library is. Obviously, you stay at a distance, and it takes about 5 minutes. But somewhere off, further in the distance, you just hear a massive boom. And a lot of the guards suddenly start looking a little more alert than they were. They all exchange glances between each other. They kind of don't want to move because there are guards like around the city, but as they see a gigantic plume of smoke begin to emanate from where they heard the sound, they point to one guard who remains at the door, and the rest of the guardship there leaves.
One of those guards running off is like, oh god, it's the flaming rat again.
Could be.
Can't believe Brandon and Gargoyle would do this.
Do you think we did a bad thing there?
Probably not.
I mean, it's not real. He just said it was convincing. It's probably not real.
Inochari, make me an Arcana Intelligence check.
Oh, excellent. I'm good at these. All right, let's go. Okay, that is a 25.
You have heard the spell Pyrotechnics cast before. It sounds a lot like that.
Sure hope that's pyrotechnics.
Okay, but now there's just one guy. How do we get through this one guy?
Okay, leave it to me.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, Sophie walks up to the guard, pulls their hood down and says, "Hey, I'm Fee."
Hi. Do I know you?
Nope.
Is he drunk?
I could swear you look kind of familiar.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, my parents are very important. They maintain the sewers.
Well, yes, sewage is quite important, although I'm not sure there's entering the library kind of important. Is the sewage problem with the library?
Who said anything about entering the library?
Well, I mean, that's the door I'm currently standing in front of leads to the library, so I imagine that if you're here and you're talking to me, that maybe that's where you want to go?
Oh, well, I don't know if it's specifically the library, but it might be that structure. I've got a letter here.
Well, the structure's kind of all about the library. It houses it, the entrance to it, so...
Yeah, and what they pull out is basically it's a sort of like a letter from their parents, or maybe someone their parents sort of work for. And it's basically just like a sort of, it's technically an official letter, but it's clearly like just sort of like indulging a kid. So it's like, this is Fee. They have to do very important work looking after the sewers. Please help them, in officials' terms. Although a guard might not necessarily realise that.
Well, if you want, if you need help with the sewers, there's a sewer grate over there. Okay,
does it lead into the library? Because I think that's where we're supposed to be sort of I'm supposed to be reporting back from.
Well, no, and I didn't get any advance notice, so if you want to look at the sewers around the library, there's an entrance over there, but there's not in here. You can't go in here.
Okay, but by the way, my plan here is basically just to keep him distracted while someone else does something.
Utri is going to pick up a rock.
The rest of us sneak behind the guard, leaving Fee on the other side.
Utri is going to pick up a rock and throw it behind the guard.
He looks for like a quick second. The door is behind him, so it bounces off of that.
Okay, not like behind him, but like to the side of him, so it like makes a noise. And he has to like Metal Gear Solid guard go, "Hey, what's that?" and walk over.
Hey, what's that? But I'm not going to walk over because I really need to stay here.
Oh, hey. I saw that. Okay. I don't want to alarm you, but there's a serious problem with the pipes in there. It's coming to a head. I need to check now. I need to look at it, and I need to report back to my superior about the sewers.
And I'll try.
Well, then you need written permission to come in here specifically because
I need a boo-boo.
Look, I don't want to overshare, but ever since Baboonmas, things have been really tough for me career-wise.
And I'll try.
I was put in charge.
Can you cast the sleep spell?
I was put in charge of guarding the Golden Barbion, but then, look, something happened and I wasn't at my post, and I didn't have an exceedingly good explanation for why I wasn't. And now they've given me a second chance to stand in one place and guard one thing, and if I fail it, they're probably going to fire me.
Okay, and I'll try.
The
That's what I
fun thing
need
is
to do.
canonically the only person who will remember this is Utri.
And I'll try. This is what I need you to do. I need you to run up. I need you to run up crying, and say that you can't find your mother, and you lock.
Okay. I can't find my mom.
What's wrong?
I can't find my mom.
Okay, you also look very familiar, but also your mother's not in the library, probably. So
She was in the library.
Utri is going to stand to the side and yell, "Wow, is this what we pay our city guards for? Not helping children who are crying?"
the guards who's supposed to help people who are in distress, but I'm the type of guard who's supposed to stand in one place and guard one thing.
I'm going to find you superior. I'm going to let them know that you let children cry.
Yeah, I mean, I know you said you were only last warning, but it sounds like you're about to blow it. Really?
Well, I mean, on like a planetary scale, children crying, you don't do anything about it. So what does it say about you?
I'm not a guard. It's not my job.
I'm not the guard of
here.
this child, so this is not my job either.
He's clearly come to you for help. Like, I'm standing right here. I could help him. In fact, it's quite easy for me to help.
Well, then you help
I bet it's your job, than you.
Well, you help him, and then I can stay here and do the job that I was specifically designated to do, and then we're both better off, and neither of us get fired.
Sounds like you're a terrible authority figure. Maybe you shouldn't be trusted with authority. Maybe your superior should know that.
I'm not really much of an authority figure. I'm an authority on this specific door, which you all seem to be congregating around for some reason.
We're just like slowly closing in on him.
At this point, Nimbus comes running around the corner, and all of their scars on their body that, well, looked like scars before are now glowing a bright golden kind of color. Comes running around the corner. Gang, it's happening! It's happening! We need to get inside right now! Oh my god, it's happening! It's happening right now!
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
Okay. So this is using my idiomorphic racial trait, which gives me expertise on persuasion.
Okay. So it's going to be plus 1d4.
Yep. I already have an expertise dice in persuasion, so it'll be a d6.
That bumps up to d6, yep.
Yep. And I get plus 7 as well, so let's go. That is 15 plus 2 plus 7 is 24.
Okay, you start running towards him, glowing, saying like, "Get inside! We have to! It's happening! Get inside!" And he just suddenly like flings open the door and he ushers you all in very quickly. He steps inside himself and he closes the door. It's like,
no, as he's pushing in, turning around. I push him and I push him out and I close the door and lock it.
Okay. He unlocks it and opens it and then scrambles inside and then like closes it behind.
Changing the order of events to stop me from being funny.
It's just like, okay, we're inside. Okay, what now?
Aren't you supposed to be out there guarding it?
Oh, God, you're going to be fired. And Utri begins walking off.
No, you're right. You're right. And he quickly opens the door and he pauses. It's like, no, wait a second.
Utri's already walking down the stairs.
Nobody's guarding that door right now.
Fee shoves him outside.
Is everything okay with you? You kind of were giving me the impression that you're going to explode.
It's time.
If you've got that impression, why are you still standing in front of me?
I mean, that's a pretty good point, actually. But also, you're not supposed to be in here when you explode. I've just realised.
Well, I better get downstairs then, so it will stop me exploding.
Don't worry, we promised not to explode.
Okay,
well,
so
hang on. He says
you've
you
already
promised not to
literally let us
explode.
in, so how about we just pretend it didn't happen?
If I get down there, it'll be fine. You get on the other side of your door, make sure no one else comes in, and we'll go down there and stop the explosion.
What? Do you need help with stopping the explosion?
No, we need help with keeping that door shut.
Well, the door was shut. If the door being shut is what, if the door being shut stops you from exploding, you cannot explode outside.
You need to make sure the door stays shut while we go downstairs and stop this from happening. And
It feels like you're really forgetting your duties right now.
But I was already trying to stop the door from being opened.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that, so you stop it from opening again, okay?
Okay, but if
You've
I
already
go
found
back out there,
that,
then I have to
so
open
damage
it
control.
again.
You're on the wrong side of the door at the moment.
I'm sorry, Brie, what did you say?
So, you already found that, so, damage control.
Isn't it was like, you're on the wrong side of this door.
Just, get back to your post, no one has to hear about this.
Okay, but if I open the door, then that increases the odds that he'll explode. But I know that I need to keep it closed, but I need to open it to get back out.
Right, I'm going to get down the stairs, and you get on the other side of that door, and everything will be fine.
How's this guard gone from, you can't, this does not give you specific access to this to, I can't open this door to get back outside to my post again.
Nimbus was glowing, and he was saying it really convincingly.
That's fair.
Also, most people haven't seen a Zevite, so...
Okay, it's okay. We know how to help our friend, so just get back to your post. Don't worry your pretty little head about it, and everything's going to be sorted.
Don't worry about this guy. Let's just get down the stairs. He can sort himself out.
It sounds like you're talking down to me, but I'm a god. No.
Look, mate, we really don't have time for this.
Okay, and make me another persuasion, charisma persuasion.
Utri's already walked down the stairs. She's been gone.
Yeah,
Let you go. I'll be there in a second.
She's waiting for you at the bottom.
Okay, that is an 18 this time.
Okay. Well, you sound very confident that something bad is going to happen. So, do I have time to open the door and step outside?
Yes, you do. If I get down the stairs right now.
Well, okay, you go down the stairs and I'll do it. Why are you
Yes,
wasting
let's everyone
time?
go our separate ways.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
He opens the door and he closes it behind him. And in Ultra A5e, Nimbus, from behind the door, you can hear somebody saying, what's that about?
Downstairs.
Yeah, Fee sort of tiptoes into the shadows and starts strolling down the stairs like a World of Warcraft rogue.
Nimbus turns off his glowing.
Shadows.
I just kind of walk down the stairs.
It's good that you can just turn that off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Pixel.
It's good that you can turn that off.
Yeah, Nimbus is just like, oh, okay, let's go.
I like this campaign because we're all allowed to act like obnoxious children. But at the same time, I kind of feel bad for Pixel. Because we're all acting like obnoxious children.
I mean, isn't that just how we act playing D&D anyway?
I do feel like there's a distinct difference between obnoxious child and 15-year-old, which two of you are.
Yeah. Obnoxious 15-year-olds are worse.
As someone with a decade of retail experience, I can confirm.
Yeah, no, you reach the end of the stairs, as the darkness begins to set in, it is broken up by the natural light of the torches in the library.
Surely the light from the torches isn't natural.
Well, natural for the library.
Kind of nice in here.
It is mysterious and ambient.
Okay, so we are now in the divine realm of well, next what was
Preteritus it'd be.
yeah. Okay, we're in the divine realm of Preteritus. I was told that we should be careful and we shouldn't touch any book outside of the books we need. Utri's immediately going to pull a book off the shelf and start trying to read through it to see if it's what we need.
Fee is going to sort of see a large statue of an owl and get very nervous. It's to them.
It's a short book, Utri. It has a bunch of words in it, like pitch black, charcoal, stone, steel. You close it and you look on the cover. It is 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, I suppose if a library has all possible knowledge in the universe, it'll even have the bad knowledge. Uji puts it back.
Fee also pulls a book off the shelf.
It's classic children's book, The Very Angry Paladin.
Okay,
Is this place like
My dad says he knows
organized
the
in
guy
any way?
this was based on.
What was that, Bree?
My dad says he knows the guy this was based on.
Yes, it's a classic children's book, The Very Angry Paladin, wherein a young paladin boy who is having a very bad day and is very angry decides to go out and calm down by slaying a bunch of monsters, and it's fun because as you go through the book, there is a hole through the hearts of each of the monsters.
Okay, so we need to find some sort of directory.
Yeah, is there any sort of organization to this place?
No idea.
There's paths.
Like, you lot have been in a library before, right?
Could I make an arcana check involving the planes to see what I know about the library?
You can, because the library is technically a different plane.
Hell yeah.
Yep, it's an extra planar space that's attached to the prime material plane.
Nonetheless, that is a 13.
It's a big library.
Actually, you're going to have to re-roll that as I use my ability, my channel divinity. Re-roll it.
Oh, okay.
Get a better roll.
Okay, that is 18.
That's a better roll.
It is a big library with many winding paths. As far as you know, as far as knowledge has come out of the library, there were 3 distinct sections. There's the Stark Tower, there's the White Catacombs, and then there's the Index, which, from what you've heard, is very tempting because that's probably where most of the really juicy knowledge is, but also people tend to come out of there not sane.
We should
I mean,
maybe.
I'm sure it's fine. It's not like we're going to find minotaurs or anything down here.
We should maybe be careful. Knowledge can change a person. But
It's weird that centaurs are like half horse, half person, but minotaurs aren't like half fish, half person. Those are mermaids.
If a centaur and a minotaur had a child, would anyone be able to tell?
Probably them.
Centaurs have 2 spines.
Minotaurs aren't horse people. What are you all talking about?
Yeah, but like centaurs are horse people. You'd thought
Yes.
minotaurs would be like minnow people.
Yeah, so like the top half of a centaur is like a person, and the bottom half of a minotaur is a person. If they had a kid, it'd have the top half of a centaur and the bottom half of a minotaur.
How do you know it would be that way round?
Oh god, what if it's the other way around?
I know, it'd
Then
be
it-
just as weird as any other combination, really.
And
Then
I'll try.
it'd
The
be a
Noldom's
cow.
already starting to change them.
Yeah.
But yes, we need to find information about these symbols.
Yeah, we should probably hurry as well.
Yeah, that guy's gonna get
You
fired
should
soon.
hurry. You always have time to take a break.
Yay. I'm
Well, my
gonna go
dad
do
did
some
pack
much
lunch
peeing.
today. Who wants food?
Fee pulls out their lunch as well.
Okay, cute, but I meant like a break for the street.
Yeah.
Okay, but like
We
we're
know,
also
okay.
having lunch.
Okay, we're off onto the break screen. There we go.
Yeah.
We've gotten up to such bullshit.
Yep. I'm gonna go pee.
Enjoy.
I'm glad I finally had a reason to use my my glowy thing. There wasn't much persuasion happening in the first couple of sessions.
So I do have to ask, Pixel, did you intend for us to come to the library in the first place?
It was the only other place that was mentioned in terms of plans of places that the players might go.
Makes sense.
If you wanted to break into the school to uncover some kind of conspiracy, I'd have had the school prepared.
Wait, you actually have a battle map for the school?
You know, I would have had.
Right, I'm gonna go for a pee. Catch you in a minute.
One of these days, we're going to uncover the mystery of Fee's aboleth teacher.
That's where all the mind flayers have ended up.
But I was fine with you going to the library because I knew who would be guarding it.
So that's what mind flayers do in this world. They become public educators.
Yeah. Kind of disgusting.
Except if they're employed by the Church of Morian, then they're mind prayers.
Hey.
I mean, if you give them a penny for their thoughts, they'll become mind sayers.
Yep. And if they become, if they get into construction, they're mind layers.
Or in
And
other
as you are all
industries.
trying to drive me off the deep end, you're mind players.
Hey.
Okay, I would go get some water.
Or if they get into horse racing, they're mind layers.
Boo. Nay, I say.
Hey, Al, thanks for resubscription.
That raises the inner question.
Oh my god. I'm very proud, Brie. Disappointed
3
and proud
years
at the
right
same
there?
time.
No, it's not 3 years. That's. I mean, it's definitely more.
It's more than 3 years, yeah. It's almost 4 years. 2 months away from 4 years.
Dang.
Dang, indeed.
Why do we keep enabling you?
Mmm.
Happy birthday, Nick.
No! I don't deserve this.
Yeah. Many happy returns, Crumpet.
Mm,
Nick, you deserve all of the well wishes that you were granted on your birthday.
no.
Because what is a... Yeah, obviously, Nick deserves all the well wishes, because what is a well if not a hole in the ground?
I'm gonna go.
You do that. Try not to have it be harrowing.
Yeah. Since people don't say this to GMs often enough, good session so far, Pixel. Having a lot of fun.
Thank you. Not a lot has happened, actually, but...
Oh, quite a bit has happened, it's just we haven't made much progress.
Yeah, not a lot of progress has happened.
They've been very fun scenes.
Yeah.
Yes, no, if you want to know what this guard's deal is, check out
Get fired.
Time Honored Tradition, the Baboonma special from 2023, I think.
I don't know if I'm up to that one yet.
Specifically the one being run by that was run by Pixel, because I believe there was 2 that year.
There was 2 that year, one run by Bree, which featured Capulet.
The one I've got open at the moment that I've started watching is Dude, Where's My Orb?
That's a good one.
Featuring
Oh,
Lotus.
Is that the one where they meet Felix? I like him saying they, as if it isn't like the people that I am currently with. Including me, actually.
Yeah, you're in this. No, this was 2022, this one.
I return with water, and by water I mean a Monster Energy drink.
There's probably some water in there somewhere amongst the caffeine.
It's technically mostly water.
Yeah, no, we're speaking of your sessions, Iris, as if like they're classic household adventures. Just like, oh, is that the one where they meet Felix?
Or either that or episodes of Friends.
Right, it's called Dude, Where's My Orb? It classic noughties comedy film.
I do like that apparently this voice is popular enough amongst the players that you all knew who it was.
Yeah, at first I thought like he was sick or something, but then it clicked in my mind.
We don't even have a name for this guard.
I know him as Wink Man.
Excuse me.
Winkman sounds like a not safe for work superhero.
I just call him Mr. Gaslight.
Mr. Gasmat. Wait, Mr. Gaslight. We haven't spoken before. Why are you getting so flustered? We've never met before. Mr. Gasman, I did not rhyme the same word. You're being quite absurd.
You don't remember this guard. This guard remembers you. Utri remembers this guard exclusively, but he remembers all of you. It's just that he mainly remembers Utri, who has evaded his sight the most of all of you. I'm excited for the Book of Dust, where
Hype.
Nick has to deal with us.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I too am excited for the Book of Dust. Yesterday, me and Nick went over my character's backstory. We created a bunch of lore for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Nick messaged me to make sure I sort of actually beefed up my character's one unique thing, because I made mine sort of first and everyone else has gone and made theirs way more sort of world encompassing. So
Yeah, no, I went over my character's backstory with Nick. It's going to be a fun character. It's a pixel character.
going to be really good.
The only thing I have to say about my character is I'm sorry, Heath. If you're here, I'm sorry.
I can tell you that even insofar as pixel characters, they're gonna be extra.
Oh, they sure are. Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. There's some great characters coming in. I haven't seen Talia's yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be incredible too, given that for a one-shot, she made a Chaos Mage whose one unique thing was, I started life as a potted plant, and a wild magic sorcery burst turned me into a person.
Yep. Now we have a whole mini campaign to do nonsense.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Oh,
Plus, I'm
right.
basically playing an evil character this time, so that's going to be great.
That's a diss on lawyers.
Oh, and also, the character is evil, in my opinion. Bree's like, oh, but this. And I'm like, yeah, no, that sounds pretty evil to me.
Oh, so Bree's playing either a cop or a landlord.
Or a lawyer.
Not far off,
Can
honestly.
be multiple things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say defense lawyers are for the most part your friends. Prosecutors are evil, though.
Fancy that defending,
Illegatolarian.
surely. Huh?
Illegatolarian.
Elite or what now?
Legatolarian.
I have no idea what that means.
No.
The game Riot made?
The legal person working legal. Are you all back?
Yep.
No, I'm Ben.
I'm
Am I-
my friend.
You're supposed to believe me in the game.
Well,
All right, you're in a library.
Do the index. I'm
Okay.
following Inaltrari because I think Inaltrari knows the way.
Can I use
Now,
my
when you say-
ranger abilities to help an Ultrari find the index?
Now, Inaltrari, when you say we need to find the index, do you mean like an index of the contents of the library, or do you mean the core of the library where people don't come out quite right? Cool.
Well, I'm assuming the index is no different than an index library.
You can assume that. Yes, you set off into the library, I suppose.
It's dark and the geometry and gravity don't make sense. I hate it.
I'm finding the lack of natural light is making me a bit sleepy.
This place is so mysterious.
Don't you meditate?
Yeah, I can still get sleepy.
Elves meditate. They could also just fall asleep.
Wait, Nimbus, who are you talking to?
Everyone?
You have no idea who you were just talking to.
Anyone?
You want to really hurry this up and to get this like boring information so you can go back to the bar.
His dwarven genes are calling to him.
No, I think he wears robes, not jeans.
He's starting to crave beer and uncooked pasta and salted meats.
So as you come to a fork in the library road, you see one path that moves on pretty steadily and another path that goes downwards.
Okay, so
Not with
Pixel.
stairs. The floor just gets like moderately steeply slopish.
Alright, so Pixel.
So
I do
me.
actually have a background ability called Tunnel Finder, which gives me advantage on checks made to navigate underground. Would the library count for that?
I would say, since you have gotten the information that you were looking for more of from a particular altitude of the library, let's say, that without even rolling, you know that you should probably be going down where possible.
Well, we need to descend into the darkness. It'll be fun.
Fee says that the paths are both equally as lit as the passages you've been walking down this entire time.
Into the inky black we go. To places where light has never touched. I kind of close my eyes because I grew up in the sewers. I can sort of feel the echoes off walls.
Yeah,
Wait, doesn't
So-
he have night vision?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has
but they
dark
have-
vision.
they have a hun-
that vision
yeah.
where things are darker.
They have
I think that's
120
called
feet of dark
sunglasses.
vision, but they also have 10 feet of blind sense.
Because,
Wait. Oh, it's light. Okay.
see, Ben, I like your explanation most because Fee is absolutely the type of person who would wear sunglasses in a dark,
They are.
Because they're so cool.
Except, of
dark
course,
underground location.
the sunglasses exist in this setting.
I'd imagine so if glasses exist.
Yes, but like they're glasses that like when you tap them, they cast sunbeam at wherever you're looking.
Oh yeah.
Both directions.
I think they're manufactured by Cyclopses.
I think sunglasses actually existed before spectacles did.
Yeah, they're
Oh yeah. Smoke glass. Yeah, and like there are basically ways to make them by just having small slits of something opaque to limit the amount of light going in.
they're called Cyclops glasses because when you use them, you lose an eye.
Yeah, but yeah, the looks rather crestfallen that they're not traveling in complete darkness.
It's like, what a boring, forbidden place to be.
We're risking jail time and being grounded for this.
No.
The high five's not alright.
I don't get it.
Fee, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I'm good at these. 19.
You avoid tripping over a book. You masterfully step over it as you're finger gunning.
I specifically said that they were high-fiving in Ultrari.
As you're high-fiving in Ultrari. But you said
Presumably,
A.
Yeah.
Utri picks up the book that they almost shipped over, and she reads it.
Oh yeah, my parents said that books can't harm wizards.
Depends how much you hit them with it.
Last time I recall, and I'll try reading a book. Wolves crawled out of it and tried to eat you.
Whoa.
Utri?
Unless that
Cool
happens.
book.
Utri, you start reading, and this is a Grim Shadows story against the evil organization of Bard. Except it doesn't read exactly like a Grim Shadow story, because out of nowhere there is this new character. They're 11 years old. They are a plain touch tiefling. They seem really cool. It seems almost like Grim Shadows is like very, respectful in meeting them. Like they operate on the same kind of level. And like Grim Shadows is really in a bind against Bard on this particular mission and needs this tiefling's help.
No.
The writing makes it seem like this is a very grandiose adventure, when in actuality the stakes that have been established seem quite mundane and standard for a Grim Shadow story.
Utri stops reading. She closes the book and she looks at the name of the author.
The author is Fior Glacier.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Fee. I didn't know you were a published author.
What? I'm not.
I just found this book that you published.
I've never published a.
And I hand them the book.
Fee, the book that you were handed is hardcover. And the title and the author's name are embossed in gold, but still very much in the style of the handwriting that you very much recognize. This is the title to a fan fiction you wrote 2 years ago.
How'd this get here? Nothing. It's nothing.
It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
The surges forward and tries to put their hand over Utri's mouth and says, "No."
As you're doing this, I will tell you for free,
No,
Fee, because
it's
you obviously
it's a
know.
cursed book. You can't read it. You can't read it.
Oh, we want it to be cursed.
You absolutely don't want it to be cursed. I love Nimbus.
I really like the scene. I really like the scene where where the main character, the tiefling.
Fee, I will tell you for free, because you would not need to roll to know this. You didn't show this to a single soul.
Yeah,
you especially didn't hardcover it.
But now there's somebody who has read your.
You do hear footsteps coming from down a hallway.
Wait, in the direction we're going towards, or from?
Not the direction you're going towards. There is another passage that is leading slightly upwards, and the direction that you want to go is down, so you ignored it. But you see a robed figure who is walking toward you.
Do we think they've seen us?
Oh, they've seen you.
Okay.
Quickly, stranger's vision is based off movement. If we don't move, they won't see us.
No, that's animals of some sort.
Oh.
I think it's dragons.
So are you moving on, or are you staying at
He is
still?
going to.
Let's just keep on moving like we're supposed to be doing what we're doing.
He's going to hide the book in their like their backpack or something, and like they're going to push it right to the bottom as we're sort of moving on.
All right, you move on. If any of you want to look back, you can. If you do not, you can continue to descend.
Fee looks back.
Fee and Ultrari, you look back and make me a wisdom perception check. There are no invisible objects here.
Aww.
What's the natural roll?
Oh, we could have had a
19.
0. 19. In Ultrari, that could be anything. This is the library. That could be anything you could imagine. Fee, it's an old man.
Honestly, I don't know who has the more horrifying revelation.
In Utrari, it's an old man.
In Ultrari, an old man
it's
could
an old
be
man.
anything.
Let's pick up the pace.
Careful, he's going to tell us to get off his lawn. He's going to be really mean about it.
There's no grass
well, you
down here,
can-
though.
You can stop and talk, or you can continue moving onwards.
Can we keep walking but call back?
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
And you're calling back to the man?
Yep. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
He starts walking a bit quicker. He sidles up to you. He's like, "Oh, what lesson?"
I don't know. I think. Yeah, that. What he said. He's smart.
Oh, sorry if you don't like the company.
We're meant to be
I
here.
quite like some company when navigating the halls.
Oh, yep. Of course, because we're meant to be here. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
What entrance did you come in from? Or have you been here so long that you've forgotten?
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
Yeah, the front one. We just walked right in.
Front
Yep.
one? There's no front entrance to this place. There are many entrances.
I mean, from our perspective, it was the front entrance.
I suppose
Yeah.
perspective is important in these things.
At this point, Fee is walking backwards.
Found any good knowledge?
A bit, but
No.
not what we were looking for.
There was nothing.
Yes, quite hard to find what you're looking for in this place. If you are looking for something, I've taken to a more indiscriminate approach. I don't look for specific knowledge, I just take what is given to me. Much things of interest I have learned.
I mean, if you've just been walking around, running random bits of knowledge, maybe you can help us. I say questioningly, like looking at an Ultrari, like asking for his permission, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, if I would
what
be
sort
able
of
to
vibe
be
am I
of
getting
help
from
to
this
you.
guy?
It hasn't been 10 minutes, so you'll have to make me an a wisdom insight check.
Okay. Still going to be a +5, so 16.
This does not seem like a person who cornered you to, like, muck you or something, or sacrifice you to some kind of eldritch deity. This just seems like a person who's been wandering around the library to search for knowledge. You do know that there are people who voluntarily will enter into the library just to learn. And
Okay.
judging
I don't
by
think
his
this is
age
someone
and
who's
his
Sorry.
relaxed demeanor, he's perhaps been down here a lot if he ever left.
Okay. I don't think this old man is going to try and sacrifice us.
Okay, well, we're looking for information on like these symbols. And I show him the piece of paper.
Let me see. And he takes the paper from you and starts looking it over. It's like, oh, yes, I've seen these before. Very, very old. Exceedingly old. Another world, practically.
Like 20 years? 30 years?
Oh, thousands.
Oh, that's very old.
Very old. And I know a thing or two about being old, I'll tell you.
How old are you?
It's true. You're in fact quite old.
I would say about 102.
I mean,
So not thousands then.
yeah, I mean,
Not thousands.
And Utri is saying this as an elf herself. Well, I mean, that's not very old. You're basically just a young adult.
Well, again, I suppose, a matter of perspective.
All right. So where do you see these things? Is there a book in here, Aranda?
I remember seeing a book with these symbols. Did I take it with me?
It'd be very convenient if you did.
Let me check. And then he's been wearing a kind of a backpack. He takes it off. He puts it on the ground and like kneels down. He opens it up and starts reaching his hand in. You can tell that it's a bag of holding. His hand goes in a lot deeper.
If it's a backpack, then it'd be a handy haversack, not a bag of holding.
Okay, fine. It's a handy haversack.
I should get one of those.
I'm so sorry. I have too much knowledge about this game.
He reaches in. His hand clearly goes deeper than the floor, so you can tell that it is some kind of satchel that has an extra dimensional space inside. He brings out a few books, just like, no, not this one. No, not this one. Ah, here we go. Yes. It's a bit damaged, I'm afraid, but I believe the symbols are in here. And he hands the book to you, Utri.
Oh, sweet. I hand the book to Inoltrari.
I'll just give this to the nerd.
I hand it to the smartest person I know.
Aww.
I mean, I would, but Felix isn't here, so Inoltrari.
Inoltrari, what languages do you know? Right, well, this book is in Dwarvish. Rather old Dwarvish, though, so you will be getting the contemporary equivalent of words like thou being used. But, you know, Dwarvish, though. The book is entitled The 8 Armaments. You look inside. It is a short book, and it is, to the man's word, quite damaged. As in, like, much of the pages are missing, not only, like, entire page-wise, but also a lot has been torn out. You see an index page at the start. And even though it's hard to read, you are able to make out some things on it. The entire list isn't there, but from what you are able to discern, you can make out words like Insomnia's Retractor, Morian's Whip, Petrichor's Lance, and you can just make out Ignova's Scabbard. And beside the names of some of these gods who you're able to recognize, you also see, corresponding to them, some of the symbols that you had written down for Felix.
Or maybe Morgan's looking for these weapons.
Yeah,
Question.
and he can tell us what he's been doing with them, and we can explain all this.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the section on Praetorius in this book?
Are you asking this to the old man?
I'm asking you, the GM.
You can assume that there would be a section about Praetorius in the book.
But is it one of the readable sections or one of the damaged ones?
It's one of the damaged ones.
Right. So we don't know if the third eye is what in Ultrari's orb is one of the.
Is there anything in there about like what those things were used to lock up? Because I mean, they were locking up that scroll that Morgan took, right?
You flip through the pages in Ultrari. There doesn't seem to be anything in reference to a scroll from what little of the book is left.
Is there anything about like you bring all the weapons together and they have some special power when they're unified?
Actually, as you reach the end of the book in Ultrari, you do see that there is a page saying that when the holders of the 8 armaments meet, unfortunately, it is rather torn, but you can just make out, and you're putting a bit of guesswork into this, something glorious will appear.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. In Ultrari, can you cast Mending on the book?
Probably a magical book, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll have
Mending doesn't.
We'll need to get Felix to cast Mending on the book.
Unfortunately,
Mending actually restore a text.
Unfortunately, wouldn't have helped either way. For mending, you need the other components of the book to be able to reattach them.
Well, no, it's not about reattaching them. It's we repair what's missing, and therefore we know how much. It's about it's kind of like archaeology. It's about context. We'll know how much is missing in the first place. That could give. Knowing how much we're missing is just as an important clue as how much we have.
Well, I don't want to condescend to you, but considering that the book is called The 8 Armaments, I'm going to assume that there are 8 things.
I mean, yeah, but like there's also talk about the ritual at the back. There could be more to the book.
There could be a mysterious ninth one, which is more powerful than the rest.
Well, if it is the rest of the information you want, personally, I didn't feel the need to, but you could always bring it to a mender.
Do you lot reckon that Morgan might be trying to find all these things? And maybe that thing that was locked up was one of them?
Oh, down here, have you seen a kid about our age, maybe a bit younger, always carries around a teddy, looks kind of sick right now?
Very finely dressed.
I don't recall seeing anyone of that description. I'm sorry. Do you have a friend lost here?
No, not lost here, but
yeah, more just missing. I don't think I think he knows where he is, but we've just been having trouble finding him.
I'm also not entirely convinced they're a friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the intention for what you want to happen here? Okay, in a little bit more detail, Iris.
Okay, so
What?
when you repair books or paper worth mending, it'll restore everything that's lost, but it won't restore any of the text that was on it. Normally this is useless, but there are cases where knowing just how much is missing can equally be a clue. Again, it's the idea of context. We can make inferences on what we're missing based on how much space is empty in the book.
Right. See, the thing about mending is that it repairs a rip or break. And that implies that you would need the other part of that thing that has ripped or broken. But
I mean, if we're just going by like how it has been used by, I'm kind of going by the Wizards of the Coast version of it. There have been multiple times where people have where like an adventure will have you just outright repair missing half of the door by spending X amount of time using mending.
yes, but presumably that is they already have the rest of the door. They just need to mend the pieces back together.
But also, if it's not restoring the text, then it's not actually going to be giving us any extra information anyway. Right?
I will say that I like the idea, and that in classic Guild of Icons fashion, I will allow this to work once. Because it's a scroll. So, in Ultrare, if you still want to cast it, you open the scroll up, and then is it scrolls where you do the somatic components and such? Yeah, ridiculous, right? Because, like, with a wand, you have to wave that around and, like, cast spells. With a scroll, the spell should be in it. Like, it makes no sense, but it's reversed. But yes, you do all of the necessary components. It's verbal, somatic, and material, but that's taken care of for you. And you see at the edge of the pages where they've been ripped, the book begins to shimmer at those edges as slowly materializing, the pages begin to reform. Fee, make me an intelligence history check.
Okay, would this involve art?
Actually, hang on. Wisdom history.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wisdom history. Would this involve art?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah. Okay, that is a natural 18 plus a natural 4 plus a 5.
Damn.
Big number. 27.
27. Yeah. Okay. Fee, you see the pages come back. As Utri speculated, they are blank, but this is your time to shine. Because mending brings back something as if it never was torn in the first place. And you know from having read a bunch of Grim Shadows, that when you have paper that has been written on previously, you are able to, if you get a like charcoal or something that can leave some marks on the paper, if you are delicate enough,
classic,
and do a smooth surface where the page has been written on, it will leave a noticeable marking of what text was there.
Wait, I know what to do here. I know what to do here. If it would have repaired when you write on paper, it presses into the fibers and changes the shape. Even though the ink's absent, we can. And they pull out a piece of. Is it fair to assume they probably got charcoal on them?
It's fair to assume.
Yep, and they lightly sort of shade over it to reveal the text.
So it might be a tedious process to do it for the entire book, though you still can.
Grim Shadows, Volume 12. The Dark Adventure.
You do it on the index page. So the full list of the 8 armaments are Fontaine's Sling, Ignova's Scabbard, Insomnia's Retractor, Lull's Clasp, Morian's Whip, Petrichor's Lance, Preteritus' Spear, and the Quarreling Lover's Rod.
I'm sorry, and I'll try.
Scrolls.
I'm sorry, and I'll try that. The orb you keep talking about is not in the book.
And none of those things is a scroll. So what was Morgan getting?
There's more text to uncover here. Maybe there's something about an orb.
I mean, perhaps it wasn't one of the objects itself, but rather the location of one of them that Morgan was looking for.
Yeah, what's that extra bit at the end of the book say now?
At the end of the book, it says that once the wielders of the 8 armaments meet with each other in a specific location, you don't recognize the name, but you do recognize the site. This looks like a landscape that is very close to Korakii. Something wondrous will appear. A palace to the gods. In case of the most dire circumstances, where their progeny will bring back hope.
Sounds good.
This is good. Morgan's just trying to bring back. Morgan must just want to bring back hope, right?
Well, I don't know. We don't know what he's doing with this stuff, do we?
Yeah, hope. Hope.
I mean, regardless of Morgan's reasons, Morgan very obviously has a goal, and I think we do as well now.
Utri, you do know, as they're saying this and trying to convince themselves that Morgan maybe is trying to bring back hope, you do remember that Morgan is the one who paralyzed them and made them see whatever they were shown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Morgan as well as you lot, but you seem like a dick.
Hey! I would like to cast grease.
I'll try now.
Under.
I'll try now.
Just grease. It's just grease. It's nothing too spicy.
Oh, don't do that. It'll get in my fur.
Just grease underneath underneath Nimbus.
Okay, I think that Nimbus, you make a dexterity saving throw against an Ultrari spell save DC.
This ain't gonna go well. Okay. Oh, that's a 16.
Oh, that beats it. That beats it. My spell save DC's a 15. Very nice.
With a -2 dex mod.
You feel the fur at your feet get a bit soaked. It's just like, oh.
Unsubtle spell, grease.
I'll just prestidigitate the grease out of my feet.
Yeah, you step out of the grease puddle and you prestidigitate it away.
I mean, to be fair, he made us have those weird visions, and then he stole the thing that we'd come to get. He sent us down there to die in the first place fighting the aboleth.
I mean, we didn't die, and maybe those visions were just for our protection.
Utri,
we didn't touch a dangerous scroll.
Utri, did you tell the rest of the Trycons that it was Morgan?
I did.
Okay.
It was a very tense and sad moment.
Yes, right at the very end.
Yeah, I did tell them it was Morgan.
Yep. Inotare is still in denial.
Yeah. He is
well, get back to Korakii.
But regardless, we now have 8 goals. Regardless of what's going on, if we can get these items, we'll be able to confront Morgan and talk with him.
Is there any information in there about where they are?
It is a very tedious process, but Fee, you are able to get the section on Ignova Scabbard. You're able to. God, what would the term be for going over something with?
The rubbing, right?
Yeah,
it's a rubbing.
You're able to rub enough before your charcoal begins to wear out to cover the section on Ignova Scabbard. And
massive charcoal. Sorry.
It's hard to determine exactly where this is, because mainly this is information about like the appearance of the armaments and like supposedly the power that was imparted on them by the gods themselves. What you were able to tell about Ignova Scabbard is that in Ultrare is that it was underground last that it was recorded, and that it was in the domain of the dwarves.
Okay, we better go find. Oh no. I might need to sit this one out.
I mean, surely
you need some cheese.
If it's the domain of the dwarves, you speak Dwarvish, right?
Right.
Also, didn't you say that like one of the things your orb showed you is like where the dwarven homeland?
Yeah, but
Nimbus, this sounds a lot like prophecy happening.
Ooh. Like a good prophecy, me.
I mean, it just lines up so well.
I was told I was going to save the world, so yeah, we must be the holders of the 8 things. Are there 8 of yous?
No, there's.
I can be 2 people, or any of us could be 2 people if they use the sword.
I mean, it just sounds like it's destined. If we got to go to the dwarven place, you're a dwarf.
Well, here before we make any big decisions about what we're going to do, we can make our way back to the Trycon Tower. We can rest. We can talk about things. Actually, Edelchar.
Yeah.
If you hand me the book, I could finish with the charcoal rubbings, and I could transcribe the book into a new book. I'm very good at calligraphy.
Okay. I hand the book over.
Right? I'll say for purposes of Pixel needs time to figure some stuff out, that you left your charcoal at home, Utri, but you can do that thing that you said.
I mean, she was planning to do this at home. She's going to transcribe the entire book into a new book.
I know, just so we're on the same page. Also, the old guy next to you is like, okay, sure, yeah, you can take that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Right,
like the old guy's handed us a priceless book, and we just started casting magic on it and scribbling over it.
To be fair, we fixed the book.
Okay, true enough, I suppose. If you ever want to come back down here and show me the rest of it, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. What's your name, by the way?
Oh, right, names.
Yes. By the way, I'm Fee. This is Utri. This is Utri, and this is Nimbus.
I'm a wizard.
He's a wizard. He has a tower and everything.
What was my name? It's been a while.
I live in the sewers. It's nice down there. This place reminds me of it.
When you spend almost a lifetime down here, you do learn so many things, but you tend to forget some of the other stuff. I have a name, I'm sure of it. I suppose for now, you could call me Scribe. That works, doesn't it?
Yeah,
A chosen name is good as any other.
Oh, wait, Scribe, do you have a way out of the library?
Oh, I think I know of a few places that are currently up. Where would you like to exit out exactly? Well, not exactly, because generally you don't get to choose where the library begins to...
As close to Korakii as possible.
Close to Korakii? I know somewhere along the outskirts. Follow me.
And if you want, like, sometime in like the next week, you could stop by. You could stop up in Korakii. I could give you a transcribed copy of the book that's not broken down.
Well, if the entrance is still there, I'll be happy to do so. I'll camp close by.
Wait, do you know how to track the entrances?
Oh, no, I just find them occasionally. I have no way to predict where they'll pop up or if they're going to stay there. There are some more stable ones. There's one in Korakii that I think you came down that way, if that's where you're going.
Oh yeah, the military people there must not be happy if you approach.
Yes, and unless you have some kind of clearance to be here, I imagine they probably wouldn't be happy to see you either, so
No, we
take the outskirts passage.
No, we gaslighted our way in.
Yeah.
Capital.
I was
so
the light.
Yeah. We gaslighted the gatekeeper. We didn't... Wait, is Utri a girl boss?
Oh no, I don't hire anybody.
Fee, make me a general intelligence check.
Okay, just straight intelligence.
Yep.
Okay.
And with
Jokes
applying
on you,
intelligence.
Fee's not going to do straight intelligence.
I'm sorry to say, but Utri back in her bowling days didn't have enough to pay employees. She couldn't pay union rates.
That was a natural one. I probably deserve that.
Utri's another girl boss. Nothing about Utri screams girl boss.
Now that I think about it, nothing about you really screams girl boss.
So yes, Scribe, in lieu of knowing his real name, begins to lead you to an exit from the library that leads to the outskirts of Korakii. And as you're walking down the passages that he's leading you through, Nimbus, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. That's a 4.
you trip over something.
Ah!
It's a book.
For a second there, I thought Terraria had cast Grease again. Oh, what's this?
You pick up the book, and
These
you
eyes
open
widen
it
in fear.
expecting to find some kind of words or text, but actually the inside is hollow.
Oh, this book's a hole.
Oh,
Got anything in it?
Like the
It must. Oh, so it must be like some sort of like holy text.
oh no, it's like the Very Angry Barbarian, which was the sequel to the Very Hungry Caterpillar Paladin. I've already forgotten the name of it. The Very Angry Paladin. That's it. There we go.
So close.
Yeah. He just sort of pulls that out again and looks at it nostalgically.
So you've kept that then? He just has a copy of the Very Angry Paladin?
I mean, we literally found it earlier.
No, I know. I just... Utri put back 50 Shades of Grey, so...
I mean, yeah, but like that wasn't like worthwhile literature. So
You wouldn't want to keep that.
It's worthwhile to somebody who wants to know the terms for 50 Shades of Grey. Anyway, Nimbus. The book is hollowed out inside. But inside, you
Is it
find something. Something that looks very, very familiar because you just saw it in a book, and not this one. Nimbus, you are now in possession of Lol's Clasp.
That was
Lucky.
easy.
Oh, because Lol's lucky. Oh.
I was really worried we'd have to go on a quest for each one of these, but it looks like they're just going to be there. I open another
Is it
book to
saying
see
that
if
book
there's a
what
whip
this does?
inside it.
Wait. In Ultra, does it say in there what it does?
Try make me an intelligence perception check.
Oh no. Ooh, well, actually, with intelligence, that's doable. Yeah.
Oh no,
'cause
sorry,
I'm-
wisdom perception. Sorry,
Damn it!
I forgot.
Okay. That's a 9.
I mean, you've got a whip.
Would have been a 15 if it was intelligent.
look, it's very easy to know what these things do. You just got to study them really hard.
I mean, I guess I've got a
and
whip.
Utri
Maybe
is
it's
going-
that one.
Utri is going to stare extremely intensely at the clasp, and as a ritual cast identify.
Okay, staring intensely was going to hurt your eyes in this level of light, but since you're actually casting Identify, I guess I'll tell you.
This is how she casts both identify and detect magic. She just stares intensely at things until things make sense to her.
Staring intently in this light level for 10 minutes. That's a migraine waiting to happen.
Lol's Clasp. You know the ins and outs of the item from Identify, so I'll just read the page that I wrote for you. Thankfully, it's one of the ones that I wrote in advance. It's a silver clasp used to hold a cape or a shawl, and it resembles a miniature mirror with an intricate trim. While attuned to Lol's Clasp, when the wearer would roll a natural 20, it is treated as a natural 1. And when the wearer would roll a natural 1, it is treated as a natural 20. Effects that increase the range of a critical hit now work in reverse. For example, if an effect would allow you to score a critical hit on a natural 19, you now instead score a critical hit on a natural 2, and a natural 18 becomes a natural 3, and so on. Whilst also attuned to Lol's Clasp, when the wearer uses advantage to re-roll, they may choose to roll the d6 and apply the appropriate effect. On a 1, the next roll the wearer makes after concluding the re-roll is made at disadvantage. On a 2, the re-roll gains a -3 modifier. On a 3 to 4, nothing happens, and the re-roll is made as standard. On a 5, the re-roll gains a +3 modifier, and on a 6, after re-rolling, the wearer retains the advantage. So that's it for its inherent effects. And then it has
more. Oh my god.
This is one of the 8 armaments of the gods. twice per day. If the wearer would be hit by an enemy attack, they may use their reaction to roll a flat d20. The GM then rolls a flat d20. If the GM's roll is lower than the player's, the attack now misses. If the GM's roll is higher than the player's, the attack deals maximum damage. If both the player and the GM's results are the same, the attack hits but deals the minimum possible damage. And then the second effect, also twice a day. If the wearer would be missed by an enemy attack, they may use their reaction to choose to let the attack hit them. Then, following the effect occurs based on the last number of the total damage before the damage is applied. So depending on what the last number of the damage is, it will produce a different effect. If it's a 1, the wearer gains disadvantage on their next attack roll. If it's a 2, the enemy gains disadvantage on their next attack roll. If it's a 3, the wearer falls prone after the attack. If it's a 4, the enemy falls prone after the attack. If it's a 5, the wearer gains the agonized condition until the end of their next turn. If it's a 6, the enemy takes damage equal to half their total damage they're going to deal. If it's a 7, the wearer gains a level of fatigue. If it's an 8, instead of taking the total damage, the wearer receives half the total damage in healing. If it's a 9, until initiative ends, the wearer has -1 AC and -1 to saving throws. If it's a 0, until initiative ends, the enemy has -1 AC and -1 to saving throws. And those last two effects can stack up to 2 if you use it twice in the same combat and it lands on the same number. So yeah, that's yours now, I guess.
It's a lot of things.
Mm.
Who wants it?
I mean, you found it. I think it's yours.
It kind of seems like it was meant for you.
Yep, that sounds very prophecy. You're big on prophecies, right?
I guess so. All right.
Congratulations, you are now in possession of Lull's clasp. How fortunate.
Aye. What luck?
I'm not sure how I feel about that pun.
It's not a pun. This is just... it's Lull stuff.
I'm going to need like an entire page of character sheets to write all this stuff.
Don't worry, I will send you a screenshot of what I've got written down. Even Scribe is like, oh, well, that is very in the nature of lulls.
Are there more of these kind of books around here with, like, things in them?
There's many books with many things, but it's hard to tell what's inside. That's the whole point of the library. And
oh yeah, it's like that book I found that Fee here wrote.
Oh yes, yes. I imagine that you don't remember leaving something like that here. Interesting thing about the library and about knowledge in general, well, if Preteritus wants to hold on to it, it can't be forgotten, so it needs to live on, either in the mind of someone or in the texts here. And so Preteritus likes to document things.
Oh yeah, I was told by my dad that like all the knowledge of the universe are in these walls.
He has suddenly turned against the gods.
Suddenly.
Oh yeah,
specifically Preteritus.
Oh yeah, Pete, that copy of your book that I had that you're holding on to me. Can I get that signed?
He immediately reaches and tries to put their hand over Utri's mouth.
Yes, no, that's the funny thing. You can write something out there, and then within a matter of, well, days or weeks, it'll pop up somewhere down here.
He whispers in Utri's ear, I will annihilate you and everything you care about.
It's like a hard copy, so that Preteritus won't forget.
But Fee, that would mean you'd have to destroy yourself and an Utri.
Wait, can Preteritus forget things?
Oh, if somebody dies and any physical remnants of the information isn't written down or etched into stone, then yes, it can be forgotten. And that is why Preteritus prefers that things be documented, so that even if a person who knew the knowledge ceases to exist, then the knowledge still exists for Preteritus to call upon.
Okay.
Yes, but a lot of things down here. All the information ever written down by creatures out there, information even that they think. Lots. And
Do you
never
reckon-
know what you might find.
Do you reckon, like, by the time we next see you, so we can hand over a copy of the book to you, you could do some searching around and see if you can find out any more information about these armaments?
I will definitely keep a lookout. But I can't stay in one place too long. The books don't really change. So I'll stick around for the week, and then I'll meet back with you, and if I find anything more in the armaments, I'll tell you. But nothing is certain. There's no way to guarantee what knowledge you'll pull. It's just luck. As he says luck, he indicates to the hollowed out book with
Nimbus has put on the clasp at this point and just like waggles it. It's like, all right, maybe we'll get some luck.
Have you put it onto like a specific thing, or are you just wearing it on your fur?
Just like attach it maybe to like his wrist.
Is there like a bracelet on your wrist of some sort?
No, just like if there's a pin in it, they've just like jabbed it through their like fur.
Oh, okay, through the fur. I thought you were going to say skin for a second, and I was very concerned.
Well, it's kind of it's not fur, like it's kind of like a layer of, I don't know, almost like leather kind of skin.
Please don't tell me you've jammed this through your epidermis.
Yeah, it's top layer. It's fine.
It's just a piercing.
Okay, you take 1 piercing damage as you find this cool new trinket of the gods, and you jab it through your skin.
Like, you don't want to lose it.
Owie, my dear.
Yeah, you don't want to. You also don't want to lose the skin on your forearm, but
It grows back. That's fine.
yeah, just make sure that it doesn't get hit the wrong way and takes your skin off with it.
That's why I don't do melee.
That's happened.
Yes.
So Scribe eventually does reach the exit with you. It's right outside the city. It's underneath this kind of little raising in the ground. There are a few roots at the entrance. It seems like this has just popped up quite recently. And as your knowledge of library entrances, Utri, is, it could also go down in a while as well. But you to speculate that it will hold pretty easy for a week. And that'll be enough time to get the book transcribed twice over and then give one of the copies to Scribe.
Unfortunately for everyone who's going to be reading one of the transcribed books, Utri was in fact taught like classical Elven calligraphy, so the letters are going to be so fancy that it's going to be hard to read.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You need to make an investigation check to figure out like when the fancy first letter ends and when the actual text begins.
Yeah,
It's so funny because like Utri's going to be using basically old-fashioned Elvish handwriting to write a book written in Dwarven. So it's going to be extra hard to read.
War's been started over less. Is it going to have that thing where you just read the first letter of the sentence and then it takes you a moment to realise that the giant block next to the first paragraph is actually supposed to be the first letter for no apparent reason?
Yeah.
Oh, but of course, it's the most important part of any opening chapter of any book.
So Scribe sees you off. You are able to make your way out of the exit and go back to the gates of the city, where a very awkward conversation ensues of like, no, we were here, like we're residents. No, you didn't see us leave. There's a perfectly good explanation.
Well, yeah, we're residents of the city. Our parents just had us run out to the what's left of the temporary housing that was built outside the city back during the disaster.
We're at the beach.
There are still some
left by the sewers.
There were still some people there that our parents wanted us to bring food to, because Silver Street's not been rebuilt yet.
It's nice that you're doing all the explanation. I was describing it more in a way of like, this happens and it's fine.
Yeah, literally, we could have just said we left by the sewers, like, we lived in the sewers.
But outside the city walls, there were what were supposed to be temporary housing. I'm sure some people will make it permanent going into the future. But
after you got in so easy, you are now explaining this to the rest of the Trycons. Just like, this would have been a really good explanation, I swear.
It would have worked,
yeah.
I swear.
Yeah,
it would have gotten us in.
Again, I could have just said we left via the sewers.
But then why didn't we go back in via the sewers?
And when we could.
But we didn't.
Yeah, we walked through the entrance. We could have gone in through the sewers, though. I'd assumed you'd have said it. You guys would have said if you wanted to go in that way.
So anyway, 1 armament down, 7 to go.
I'm armed.
It'll be easy.
Oh god, you put in your arm as well. Oh.
Why? Okay, I'm going to tell you something awful. There's this thing that kids in my middle and high school do. They'd have like those safety pins.
Oh yeah,
and they just like
they
push it through like the very top layer of skin. And then
Pat has literally just said this in the chat like 2 minutes ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There's like big after them.
Oh, I'm glad that's not just a here thing. That's an everywhere thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a message
kids at my school do that
to
too.
Fee and Utri and just say, "Hey, I don't think we should let Nimbus have the whip."
I'm gonna cast Modify Memory to not know about the people in your high school who were piercing the top layer of their skin.
Like, what, you didn't know anyone who did that, Pixel?
No, I didn't, and I went to an all-boys school. Statistically, I should have seen something like that happen.
Oh no, this
was
was something that like the female students really like doing.
Okay,
I can't count for that.
I'm going to say back in message to Inelchari, the Nimbus doesn't have a whip, he has a clasp.
No, but like one of the items we've got to find is a whip, and I don't think we should give it to Nimbus.
From the illustration that you saw of the whip in Ultrari, it is a whip that seems to be made of bone at the handle, and then for the whip itself, various types of vertebra, all of different sizes.
Oh, that's wicked. I want it.
That is very cool.
I can't
We
use
shouldn't
whips,
let
but
Nimbus have it.
That sounds cool.
They'll use it on themselves like they did with the clasp.
Inelchari, you shouldn't bully your new friend.
Can't pierce yourself with a whip.
Yeah.
You bullied me
fair,
all the
wrapping around their arm
time.
would probably be safer.
Yes, and I am very sorry for it, and it was wrong of me. Do not follow me as an example.
Okay.
From the illustration you've seen, the end vertebra does look a bit sharp. You probably could pierce yourself with this whip.
The end vertebra is probably like the tip of like a tailbone.
Probably.
Oh my god! I could have a cat of 9 tails!
I mean, there's probably one in there. Congratulations, gang. Direction.
Yay!
Woo! Oh yeah,
Right, we
did
now
it.
have 7 choices to follow.
Fee hangs back, taps Utri on the shoulder, and says, "Utri, it is very important you do not tell anyone about the story."
Oh, that's perfectly fine, as long as I can get my book back signed.
Why?
Because I want it.
It does occur
Why
to
would
you
you-
that because the embossing is done like matching the style of the person who wrote it, the signature is already there.
It's
You want
not
another one for
It's not the
inside.
same. It's not the same, Pixel. That is
Yeah, okay.
a copy of the signature. I want the actual signature. Yeah, I want this to be a collector's item.
Okay. Would I be able to tell if Utri's just trying to sort of bully me here?
No, Utri wants this.
I mean, I will tell you that you have been around Uchi for 10 minutes.
Okay, so I guess I know this.
I mean,
In
like,
that case,
there's like a little bit of bull, but like it's mostly she just wants the book.
okay.
The getting it
then-
signed. The getting it signed is the bullying part.
He basically signs it to Utri, my best friend's bully, and gives it to Utri.
Really stretches out writing my best friend to have the like twist reveal.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Utri puts it in her bag.
Okay, you have one of the 8 armaments, and also Fee's fanfiction signed.
In a nice leather-bound book that's going on Utri's bookshelf.
And we also have a more useful book.
Yes, of course, the very angry paladin.
Yeah,
We will
Utri
learn much.
is going to take the old damaged book with the charcoal rubbings, and she is going to transcribe it into a few copies. So we need one. We promised one to scribe. Utri's probably going to want one for her personal collection.
But good job, gang. You've committed so much crime today.
Yay!
Including theft from that
We did it.
claw machine. Because that happened today as well.
That happened
Yeah.
yesterday.
That was yesterday. We had a sleep.
Technically yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, in the matter of 2 days, you've committed multiple crimes.
Also, it is good to note that taking a book out of the library is in fact heresy.
This is your life now, Nimbus.
Nimbus doesn't really have a concept of crime because he doesn't know the laws, so it doesn't matter.
We have technically committed crimes against the gods.
These are crimes for the gods. It's fine.
Yeah.
Also, as the adventure wraps up, Nimbus, do you want to attune to Lord's clasp, or do you just want to have it in your possession?
Oh yeah, I will attune for sure.
Because again, it will probably mess up your indication for when you have a really good roll or a really bad roll.
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place.
You should also probably get a cloak or something to actually put the clasp on.
Probably. That sounds
Maybe.
less fun, though.
I just need more clasps. Getting all up my arms.
Fee can probably furnish Nimbus with a cape. They probably have quite a few.
I wear a kilt, so I could.
Yeah, in
just
fact,
attach to the kilt.
you remember one baboon miss when your old friend Morgan wore one of your old capes.
A slight tear comes from Fee's eye.
And then George made one for Teddy as well from the tablecloth.
Oh,
Yep. This is all canon.
It is all canon. It happened. The baboon was special.
And the streams are up still, I think.
The second one. You can watch
something youtube.com/hiscursedness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good session, gang.
Hurrah!
We did it.
We are sorry. We put you through more bullshit than normal this time around.
I don't know. It
very
seems
sorry
like the
about
same
all the
amount of
tangents.
nonsense we did in the first couple of sessions too. So
It's just when we start playing these characters, something takes over.
Yeah. Oh, Pixel, may I actually request a session where Fee gets to investigate their school? Because I think I need that in my life now.
Sure. I won't say that it's like is explicitly for investigating the school. I will promise you a school session.
How about this? Let's make a compromise. I will do this year's Baboonmas session, and it will be investigating the school.
That sounds fair.
so
Not
far away.
Baboonmas, Crimson Stain.
Okay.
Oh.
You heard it here first. Iris Crimson Stain special, the first.
Yep, this Crimson Stain, you're investigating the evil Avalon tool.
Are we
Have
doing a
fun for that.
persona?
Have fun with that in October.
That's only 7 months away.
And that
Yep.
gives me
Well,
plenty
well,
of time to prepare. Maybe I'll actually be able to get like in a mindset to prepare D&D games again.
Hell yeah.
Woo. Hype.
Or I suppose A5e games. We're not playing D&D anymore.
Well, you've been taken over by the urge to be little shits. But right now I am taken over by the urge to eat something, which I haven't done in probably 10 hours. I should get to that.
Yeah,
But
eat
first
something.
things first, we do need to say happy birthday.
Happy
to
birthday,
No.
Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Why? What did I do
Enjoy
to
your
deserve
social
The
day,
that?
most
Crumphead.
celebrated person.
God damn it.
Even starving, I'll never miss a beat.
I hate you all. Alright, who wants to do some shilling? Let's start with Ben, because Ben is like got this script on lock. Every time I turn to Ben, he's not like, oh, I've got to quickly check my calendar. He knows. So we'll start with Ben.
I do have a lot going on at the moment, but the main thing is my actual play podcast, Cybertopia, using my own system by the same name. With I've got NPC voices from people all over the TTRPC scene for this season, and my wonderful 15 players. We release next Tuesday is our next episode, and fortnightly after that. So yeah, catch that. And we've got all sorts of things going on Nick's channel in the next couple of weeks, so I'll let him do that.
Hell yeah. Bree, what about you?
Yep, well, I have my usual streams. I'll be streaming some of the Great Haste Turning Chronicles Monday and Wednesday. Thursday, I'll be on Keith's channel for Lancer. I believe Nick will also be there.
Nope.
And Ben.
Oh, I will be.
No, Nick won't be there, but Ben will. Yeah, that's right. And also Enfys and... Who else is on the team?
Icky.
Icky, yeah. I was trying to remember if it was Icky or Al.
Yep, Al's on mine. Mine and Pixel's team. Team Ruthless
The
Efficiency.
Irish person and the Scottish person are not interchangeable.
We got 2 Irish people.
And yep, well, Friday, Nick's probably going to explain that in a bit. So, yep, that's
Hell
everything.
yeah. How about you, Iris?
I don't have anything explicitly planned. I will probably stream a couple times in the next couple weeks before... not next Friday, the Friday after, we have something special planned that Nick will explain.
Hell yeah.
Also, sometime maybe soon, me and Nick are going to be playing EDF4.
Yep. It's going to be great. We need to set a time. Actually, what are you doing on Thursday next week?
Thursday next week, I don't believe I'm doing anything.
Because I'm just seeing that my calendar is empty Thursday next week. So we could do it then.
EDF.
Hell
EDF,
yeah,
the
let's do it. I'll put it
27th.
in my calendar before I forget. What about you, Pixel?
Well, we'll have to arrange some more Guild of Icons adventures at some point, but that is indeterminate right now. As always, I'm a part of Keith's Lancer campaign, but won't be playing next. As Bree said, that will be Bree. But on the 11th of April, me and Nick are going to be getting up to shenanigans in the land between the land between. In Elden Ring, Shadow of the Utri, I will be Nick's lore guide because, as is classic since the subathon, it is well known Nick likes story over lore, and that's a bad attitude to have in a FromSoft game. So I'll be helping him through what the things that he is doing means.
I've just seen that in the calendar. Why is it titled as I'm the Scad Man?
Because
it made sense in context.
You know what? You just have to watch the stream to find out. There will be an explanation.
You'll have to watch the stream to find out. There'll be an explanation. You have to be there.
Also, I like the implication that Pixel and I can't exist in the same land as the stream.
And then, of course, later in April, something else will be happening, but let's turn over to Nick for such things.
That's earlier in April. It's in 2 weeks. Okay.
Of course, earlier in April, something will be happening, but let's turn over to Nick for that.
So, as for me, next week on Thursday, I'm going to be playing EDF with Iris, so that's Earth Defense Force. It's sort of a horde combat game with all sorts of incredible sort of class-based abilities. It will be my first attempt at playing an EDF game. It will not be Iris's first attempt at playing an EDF game. So one of us is going to be good at it, one of us is not. But
EDF.
I've been wanting to play EDF for a really, really long time because it just looks really fun. So I'm really glad I picked it up.
So I harassed Nick into buying it while it was on sale.
Yeah. Then on Friday, it is the start of a brand new TTRPG campaign over on here. It is Uplift. So that's the high magic low lives game, which is sort of runs on similar rules to like Blades in the Dark, that sort of thing, except you are all just like the worst people. Like you're all a bunch of like college students and party kids who got so high at Burning Man you developed psychic powers and are now on the run from the government.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be amazing. One of the characters has managed to roll a character with no magical powers, so we're gonna see how that goes.
No way. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you get the right substance that can like feel like a magical power, and perception is super powerful.
One person has a bag of weed that smells like oregano because it's oregano, and another person has the world's sharpest knife. So
I wonder if this also implies just some poor pizza maker out there using weed and just tomato sauce.
Yes.
Remind me to upload in the Uplift thread that one video from Ashens about the world's sharpest knife.
I repeatedly do that whenever we mention it, because I keep saying, like, you are from Earth, so magical items don't actually exist. What they are is things that you believe to be true. And because you believe to be true, are going to be true. Like Kara's background special ability is her character, like half of them, strictly speaking on the as written, half of them are werewolves. What we've gone with instead is half of them are from Florida. Which sort of I think has roughly the same sort of vibe.
So wait, what you're telling me is all the magical items in the game are just items you'd find like in those Sky Mall catalogs you'd find on Airplane?
Exactly. Or like on Wish. Or something like that, yeah.
I can't wait for this game. It sounds amazing.
It's gonna be incredible. So that's gonna be me, it's gonna be Bree, it's gonna be Kara, it's gonna be Al, it's gonna be Envis, and it's gonna be Goggles.
All running on orc rules.
All running on orc rules.
Isn't... Yeah, that's the one.
But what happens the week after?
And then the week after, it is another brand new campaign. It is going... Well, first of all, it's going to be Blades in the Dark on Thursday. Over on mine and Bree's channels. Simultaneously.
Yep.
On the Tuesday, I'm going to be playing a brand new game with Icky, Summer, and Al called Blood Typing. So that is sort of a multiplayer co-op typing of the dead. And then on, the 4th, on Friday, Guild of Icons 2, The Book of Dust. It is a 6 to 8 session campaign. It's a little more open-ended than something like Mobius Command, so it'll sort of depend on player choice. But 6 to 8 sessions is sort of what I'm going for, which will be part 1 of Guild of Icons campaign 2. There are going to be a number of campaigns that make up Guild of Icons 2, as each one sort of focuses on different targets.
If you're worried that 6 or 8 sessions isn't enough content, just remember that cat lore is everyone's favorite 6-session arc.
Shut up. I mean, to be fair, Mobius Command was exactly 6 sessions. The end arc of the Guild of Icons was 6 sessions, and we got a lot done in there. It's quite possible to do a lot. I'm thinking this is 6 to 8, depending on choices, but probably 6. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be in 13th Age, which is a rule set made by the creators of D&D 3rd Edition and D&D 4th Edition working together. I think it's a really good rule set. There are some things that I don't like about it, but I think that's just because it's relatively old now. But a 2nd edition is coming soon, so hopefully we'll see some good stuff about that. But I do think it is like a really good system. That's going to be great. So it's going to be me running. There's going to be Bree, Pixel, Iris, and Talia joining us for that one. And I've had some incredible character concepts through. I'm really excited about this. It's gonna be
Nick,
so
don't
good.
forget that we had the epilogue session, and we got pretty good feedback on that. So whoever thought that we should have the epilogue, they must be really smart.
I wonder whose idea that was. Yeah, we did get really good feedback on that. People really liked the epilogue. I liked it too. I like a lot happened in it, but yeah, people really
you liked it. You liked it because you didn't have to prep a lot of things.
Yeah, it was great.
And there's some very subtle spells in it.
Yeah,
All right,
I really think that more pieces of media shouldn't end like on the big climactic finale. It should always end in an epilogue that takes place after.
Yeah, I
when they're
agree.
doing their taxes.
Yeah, it's my low-key favorite thing.
Right,
All right.
we should get going.
Yep, we got to get you some food. I say
Thank
we
you
as
for
if we're
watching,
making
everyone.
it for you.
Nick
will
is
decide upon
personally
Pixel's
buying you a
home.
pizza.
We're all in Pixel's house right now. We could have been doing this with like a camera-based system, like a like a Critical Role style actual play, because we all live in Pixel's house, but we just decided to all get on separate laptops.
In my house?
It's recursive.
Where you
it's sort of
live?
recursive. Yeah, it's recursive. Like I live in Nick's laundry basket, which is itself located in Pixel's house somehow.
Okay, he's reining you in again. We have to go.
Yeah, we have to go. We have to go. All right.
Bye all.
I'm gonna mute up as soon as.
Yeah,
my
don't let them say
stream
another
turns
word.
on again.
Move.
Yep, we're off. We're off.
I don't
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
You people are incorrigible.
I've hit some buttons, but we're still on the page. Stop. There we go. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Sorry, the new Stream Deck it works some of the time. We'll put it that way. It works some of the time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a really, really good time. I really enjoyed this. Pixel is a wonderful GM and has really adapted to the Level Up A5e system really well, in my opinion. So yeah, we've got a load of really exciting games coming up. So yeah, come back for those. And until then, I hope you all have a wonderful time, and I'll see you soon. A huge thank you to everyone who supports all of this. Their names are coming up on the left right now. You can get your name here at ko-fi.com/Kirsten. A huge thank you to Icky Foo, Super Talia DX, Willow, Al Wyvern, Ben Newton, Bringing the Revolution, Icky Foo again, Catbat, Neo Gets, Envis should have been on that list. I re-rendered this like last night, and I think the file just didn't exist. I don't know what's gone on. Thank you to 8-Bit Goggles, Aeon, Born Typing, Craig Perker, Crimson Hail, Summer B, Terran Jokes. If your name was not on that list, I'm sorry. I blame DaVinci Resolve, okay? I'll see you all very, very soon. I'll go and fix that and see what's going on with that. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, and yeah, we might be doing the weird bullshit multiplayer games tomorrow, so come back for that. I'll see you all soon. Good night.